Hi guys, so Frank here from the D20 Misfits, about to start another epic journey, finishing up the campaign, the end game of Curse of Strahd. So sit back, relax, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, it helps us out greatly. Follow up on our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever the hell we have, because I don't remember no more. It's been a while. So let's see what these guys can get into and see what they have. They just got the Sun Sword. What's their next step? Where are they going? What's their plan? Do they know? Do they have time to prepare? Absolutely not. Let's find out. Welcome back. So, last we left off, you guys got the hilt from the temple. You rekindled back at Krezik's, or Vallaki, with the help of a certain deal that Navarra struck again. To get out of Dodge, he opened the portal and put you guys into Vallaki, to the Blue Water, as a quick escape. Having the hilt, reminiscing back with Erwin and Danica, with Isaac, Magus, and all that stuff, trying to figure out what's the next move, what to do. You have the plan now to come up with how you know what you need to do. You know you have to activate this sword, and by activating it is going to Krezik's. Going back to that pond where you first met the spirit of Strahd's brother. Traveling back out, going back that route. Krezik's looked abandoned, like nobody there. Scouting ahead, you couldn't find nothing. Nobody around. But the skies were getting darker and darker. Almost like a storm was brewing. Coming back and going into Krezik's. Humming, vibration from this hilt, getting you the direction. The closer you get to that pond, the bigger the vibration. And once you got there, it stopped. And the clouds went dark, almost blotting out whatever light there was. Almost like a void of darkness. And a mist. A crimsonness formed and tried to get away from you. Forming, blocking you away from this pool, this pond. With some effort, it took a very hard time, a very trying time for you guys to figure out how to bypass this mist. And it took you guys connecting to the Dawnfall, to your gods, to get that divine push to pass what this red mist was. This mist almost was alive, attacking you. You would get too close, pushing you away, make sure you couldn't go any further. But you managed somehow to get through. Navarra, with that hilt, used it as a ritual device to exercise, and she was able to get through the mist while the rest of you were battling the tree to try to see where she's at, or somewhat try to aid her, even though you can't see her because she vanished within this mist. treating the mist like an enemy. With, you guys as tapping into your divine power, as far as through your gods, through the deities you worship. You've managed to pierce this mist, opening up a pathway for Navarra to push further and further in to where she got to the edge, and the spirit of Siegfried looked, asking for the sword. Dipping the hilt down, everything goes dark. The only thing you see is this mist, and as she pulls the hilt back out of the water, a beam of light pierces the sky, pushes away the mist, the clouds that's been covering over Barovia is lightening up. This beam from the heaven comes out as she pulls the hilt out, and attached is a singular ray of the sun. Finally, at last, trying, you finally completed the sun sword. Standing around this pond, rushing back into Navarra to finally feel the sun's warmth from the beam that's coming from the sky of the actual sun itself, feeling that warmth for the first time, and not having it being shrouded by clouds. Feeling that warmth, thanking the Dawn Father, thanking the gods that helped you, feeling that warmth, that beam goes away. And it's just you standing at this pond with clear skies above you, over Crescent, to see that most of the darkness of the clouds is kind of cut away. Looking around, there's still cloud skies, but over Crescent itself now is clear skies for the first time in 1,000 years. And that is where we left off. So guys, with that happening, you standing around this pond, what are you doing?
I reiterate. You said you wouldn't let go of my hand. Just like here.
Look at the heart.
Look, the rest of them. Look back the shard of ember I have in my hand. Like, holy shit, that actually worked.
What way? You're holding a stone of ember. What way?
There's a lot of
I can't read your mind. And I'm on the ground with the life being squeezed out of me.
I'll explain more later.
That's been very illuminating. Enlightening.
And Noel is going to look at, and I'm going to, kiss Navarro on the forehead. And I'm going to stand up. There was a lot of things that we did. All of it seemed to help pretty good. It wasn't just one of us that pierced through this. Some of us literally stabbed it. Don't really know if that worked or not, but it was funny to see. But that was one of the first times for a while that we all actually used our heads. And we all fought as a team. From here on out, it's exactly how this needs to be.
I agree. I've mentioned it before. We need to stick together. If we stick together, make a solid plan, and plans kind of go off the rails. What if we think before we act at times? We may not watch another village burn and die. And we may live to see another day. Oh, I forgot what that looked like. I wonder if Danica and Aaron could see it.
I hope so.
With that, she kind of just shook into the bag and just
But then I like throw my hand out to you, like, sorry.
Well, another task off the list. So what's next?
Subconsciously, she just shakes the water off like just like here.
Well, personally, myself, you all know where I say we're going, where I say we should go at least.
Before we move, perhaps we need to check on ourselves to see how we're feeling before we rush into another bout. Because I believe, and she pauses and looks at you. What happened to you, love? You look like you've seen the worst end of Albert.
Don't know. He, Anger, don't take this offensively, but he wasn't a very good boy. Noella's getting to have like that little snicker afterwards.
She just like nuts us and she goes like this. She's like,
We sure you're not still
that's not
under the
funny.
effects of acting like a babbling idiot?
Something came over him and made him extremely angry.
Whatever.
Towards all of us.
We've seen things like this before. Compulsions, voices. We need to make sure we find our clarity. You already know why I mean this for where we go next. Before we do, how are we feeling? Are we ready for the next bout, or do we need to do what we need to do first?
I'm fine, but I know a couple of us took a little bit of a licking.
Yeah, especially Eivor. There seems to be
Yes, I believe I have like a broken rib or two from that dissection, by the way. It's not that bad, but I think I can use a year or two if you don't mind.
To be fine. Also, I think that's the only thing in there. Father. And she hands you the bag of holding.
What is this for?
Sunset.
Oh, the sunset.
I leave it to you. You know, in case anything happens. I
Would
have
make,
really rightly used sword.
it would make the most sense.
And upon our travels, in case anything happens, I would prefer it be in your hands.
It would make the most sense for the fact of you are one of the only fighters in the group. And you also have a connection with the paladin aspect of everything.
That's why I thought it would be best. A fighter is good to have a sword, but for someone being more on the righteous side with the gods, it would be best for him to have that.
Agreed.
Which, speaking of, you would need to.
With that being said, Sir Sibinak,
Is it?
how would you feel if I got that pendant back off you now? Do you have any reasoning for not wanting to give it up?
As long as you stick to your convictions, you should be fine in your hands.
There is the one, but the darkness has been removed from you, hasn't it?
Yes. It's been removed from Ritalda. It was removed because of Ritalda, sorry.
That was my main reason for not handing it over, was the sole purpose of why would I hand a weapon made straight to the enemy.
And I fully understand that, and I fully agree with everything that you have decided. I feel as of now, I wouldn't mind having it back.
You and Amari can fight over it.
I am
She's not
removing.
here.
I don't believe she'll have a problem with it because it came back to its rightful owner now.
I'm removing the item from my inventory, and he's adding it to his inventory now. So, as I asked, how are you feeling?
I'm
Are
fine.
you ready for another fight?
Yurick and Eivor are not.
Eivor, are you able? Do you have any potions? Do you need to heal yourself?
I have a few, but I'll have to stay in the back for the time being.
I would heal yourself
Sorry,
now. If you have potions, at least use one or two of them, because you're not knowing when you're going to be able to use one next. And I would, if everybody prefers to head now to the temple, we need to move and heal.
Is that our next move, the temple and not the barbarian? Or
The barbarians are at the temple.
They are at the temple.
I mean, they're a clan, not those.
Yes.
To retrieve the children down there would probably be the best. And as of right now, everything's neutral in the temple.
Has it been the right amount of time, though? Has
Yes.
a week passed? Because if not, I will not leave until their
It's been
ritual
about
is
that
done.
time.
A week?
It's been, as we've mentioned, it was their time would be up by the time we make it to them. And we have 5 more days. 4 more days. No,
Yes and no.
we have 2 more days.
Right. At least 2 more days for them to complete that. They have 40 hours remaining, I believe, is what is needed left.
Because we had a certain amount of days. They would be, by the time we get,
24.
we have another day, and then we have how long before?
We have 3 days.
No. You guys have.
Because he said he gave
You
us
guys
5
had a
days.
week. You burned 1 day, so you have 6 days from.
When we saw Strahd.
Yeah, you have 6 days from last you saw Strahd to
But
where.
the purpose that I'm going up there is only another day. Because
Yeah, the group, the kids at Krezik's,
Yes.
or at the temple for the rite of passage, they have 1 day left to get to
and there's
complete.
only 1 day left for the phylactery also. Correct? Or is there 2?
2.
Okay.
2 for a phylactery, 1 for the kids, and then you have 6 days before Strahd
Unleashes hell.
Then here's what I say we do.
goes to war.
If we have 6 days before the war, we have 2 days before the phylactery, and we have 1 day for the children. The Outlander, I would know how far from the temple to the Berserkers clan.
You haven't been there, so you would.
On the map. We've seen the map.
Yeah, but you haven't walked that distance, so you don't know what it can tell. The map wise of where it's at, just by looking at the map from the temple,
If I can judge distance from like how
the
I
temple to there, go ahead and roll a survival.
Sure.
You haven't been there, so your Outlander is not going to fully work.
Isn't it 20 on the mini die?
9, total of what?
What was the roll again?
Survival.
Survival. 21.
It's a
Go
21.
figure for me.
Man, I really should have taken Outlander.
Yeah, no, right? Should have
From the temple?
I know. Had I done it to my 11.
What?
It'll take about half a day to get from the temple to Yester Hill. Based on where everybody says to where the Berserkers are hiding, or where they're at. But you do know before that Winter Splinter came from there. So what could be left is very few and far in between.
Let's make a detour towards the temple. Either way, I can get us into the library pretty easy. We have 2 days for that, 1 day for the children. I say we go visit the clan.
Plan first, then
Temple.
temple.
We can go see
Whatever's
the front.
left of the clan.
We can go and see.
That's a big thing too that you guys don't fully know. You know, just because you went to Krezik's and not Yesterhill for Winter Splinter, so that's why Winter Splinter was able to get to Vlaki.
There may be some people up there. I guarantee there is some that are left.
If they are,
There could be some that are injured that we can help them.
yes, and we can send them that where they need to go. And if we're able to make it in time for the children, we can send them on that way as well. Get the phylactery, get out. Don't cause too much of a ruckus in the temple. We don't know what we're dealing with, or inside it other than the Lich, or what he's capable of.
Whenever we left the temple and the phylactery was there, wasn't the Lich the one that was guarding it? Or did he have somebody else there?
He was the one guarding it. He was the one creating it and standing watch over its creation. Or its brewing. If you're thinking of snatching it from him, I don't think it's going to be easy as a snatch and grab or pickpocket job. That would be better to safe than sorry. You might be as well lose your hand and pick a fight with him than just simply sneaking it away. But if we can see where it might be, I could possibly hold conversation with said Lich as a distraction. Perhaps seem interested in taking that last step of becoming a Lich.
And maybe ask him about what it was exactly of his last shred of humanity. It has to be some type of item, more than likely. It's more than likely not just, here's my last fuck. You know?
I mean, as you've seen
At least he had a
Saturday,
fuck to give.
you wish to save him, and he took that knowing becoming a Lich is one of the worst things to become. If he's risking becoming something such as that, what compelled this man to want to do this red wizard to become this Lich? What has compelled him to do this?
You know that.
Hmm?
You know that. The Lich, or the Lich with the wizard, before the Lich was the last remaining survivor of the temple, capturing all the gods away, with him being the last survivor
Yeah.
and making sure everything was there.
Crazy.
The gods tempted him, the betrayers there, and he turned into.
So, as we're traveling, as I said, these two need healing. Eivor, are you going to uncork your healing potions and drink them?
I'll drink one, but say there's for later in case things get dicey. You guys need them.
What's your health looking at, love? Try to stay.
Well, I'm bleeding over my chest, and I can imagine I think a bone's sticking out, so not so well, I think.
I did tend to feel hot on him.
Listen,
Just
you're gonna
remember you
either
take an
drink a
ass whooping.
potion, she's gonna heal you, I'm gonna stick my fingers in my rib cage and heal you. Someone's gonna heal you back to full health before we get up to the temple, and it's not gonna be pretty one way or the other. So I would choose your poison, figure
You have a
speaking.
staff, don't you?
George,
That's what I said, either she's gonna heal, you're gonna uncork
Doesn't
potions, or
really
she's just gonna go.
use- Doesn't use slots and use charges.
it's more than likely what.
And it's been a full day since you
So,
used it.
unfurling the map from where we're at now at Valaki. From Valaki to the Berserkers.
From Crescent?
We're in Crescent?
You're in Crescent. Because the Abbey's literally right above you.
Oh, that's true. And some people would like to go there. Share a bottle of spirits with a rag and fire, but you know.
From Crescent to there.
She's just like trying to like
About
pick the
4
plot
hours.
and go.
It'll take you 4 hours from Crescent to go to yesterday. But you haven't been past. It's past the Wizard of Wine. It's on that same road. It's just past them.
Is that walking or is it faster riding?
I mean, walking, you can get there in. Okay, it's going to take you that long. Walking wise at a comfortable pace will give you that amount.
So what do I do? I'm just giving ideas. I'm not going to take the full command of this.
I agree with going to see if the berserkers are still there. We could use all the allies we can get if possible to gain a few more before we go.
And we have.
And then we can just make the quick travel to the temple.
I can prepare that. Yes.
Once we get to the temple, we should figure out what we're doing before we get to the temple.
Yeah, probably the best. So are we going on critter or on feet?
I can ride a horse or I can fly it, so.
Save a horse, ride an Sorry, or
So, calm down, he's all track. So, Noah pulls out her staff of healing, goes over towards Eivor and Uric, like between the both of them. Doesn't do anything flashy with it, literally just takes it and taps it on the ground, and then taps Eivor in the forehead. There, tink tink. And you get healed for 21 points. Same for you.
Thank you kindly.
how are you
You're
guys?
welcome.
How are you guys looking now? You still bleeding out?
I was never bleeding out to begin with.
How are you looking now?
No, you really want to deal with this bleeding.
Cut to?
Here's my question.
Well, here's our answer.
Do you still possess the components to use the teleportation circle?
Or chalk? I have my chalk.
Do you? Because every time you use a spell, it consumes it.
Yeah. But I also require.
I require sustenance.
I require a versatile capable of killing the demon sternum.
I require assistance.
I don't know how that happened. That wasn't the one that was supposed to be clicked in there. Threw me off for a second. Hang on. This screen is a jerk. Do it.
Stop.
So we're gonna start walking towards that.
So let's stab ourselves with it.
No, I didn't. I was like this.
After being booped in the head with the stuff healing, able to go on
I
pop
thought
a
he said I'd
potion
have
of
to
healing
take
dice.
these.
Bro.
Booped.
After being pooped on his head.
Alright.
That's going to be 10 additional hit points.
Gotcha.
I can't infuse chalk.
Use chalk with 50 gold pieces, so I'm assuming you don't have that.
We've used it before. You said that he's given me pieces to use for my spells. You only gave me one chalk stick.
We say how many?
You never confirmed that, sir. That would be
He said pieces.
Yeah, you definitely said pieces.
So what are we? No pun intended. What are we chalking that up to? Let me put that in inventory real quick. I'll just put chalk and know that it's just that chalk because I'm not just gonna hold a piece of chalk that's just regular chalk.
Well, it's cool teacher now.
Just
Yee.
yeah. See. Again, she gives that look when you said that. That didn't answer me correctly.
Not good and not bad. Let's go fight.
holding my hand.
Absolutely.
I consider being more honest with him than not. Actually, you know what?
Tried to warn you and tell you good luck.
If Sibinek says that out loud, I'm literally going to look and go, yeah, really, fuck up. You've been warned.
What in the shies that happened to you? That
So
wasn't in there
we
either.
starting to make our way.
The odds being
It
fucking.
really is.
Dirt road.
That wasn't in there.
Wizards of the Coast, you're fucking up. I'm calling you out.
What?
D&D Beyond's just being fucky.
I had spells in and then other
Mine
one
won't
where
let
I didn't
me-
have
I
my
tried to do
fly
the
spell,
charges
I
on my
had something
stats and it
else
won't
in
let me
there,
do it.
which was my
I know I had
They won't
to,
even fucking load my characters for me. I have to actually manually type them into the browser.
I had to log back in, so I don't know if, you know, I had to log out and log back in. Not to work.
my grace.
By the power of grace, all what?
There it is.
What?
I hit the back. I didn't even hit the back. I want the shies is going. Go away. We're moving. We're walking.
We're having technical
And I
We are.
would walk
All around.
500 miles and I would walk.
500 more.
So what? We are leaving Kresik to go to Yester Hill?
Yeah, we're going to Yesterday.
Okay.
Well, that sounds like the worst Dingleberry ever.
Had one from yesterday.
I mean, phew, it was a daisy.
One,
What you do? Mass?
2,
Yes. It was 5 charges, so it wouldn't let me click it.
3,
It's on
4. She does. Now she does that, her nails dig into her hand. And you see blood start to trickle out.
Life transfer.
4 plus 6 is 10, and it's 13. And she
13.
goes, yeah? Feeling a little better now?
He said, I'm not bad about it.
And as it recedes back, she goes,
It's been infecting shit the whole time. You have to do that, John.
what do I do?
So going down, leaving Kresik through the gate, backtracking a little bit to where you found those crossroads again, to where that sign to Wizards of Winery. You follow that path down. I need someone to roll D20 for me.
17. You really picked the smallest, I'll
I
pick the
did.
biggest. That's hilarious.
That's
17.
Oh, I was gonna say, that's hilarious.
We both should have just
Just sends hers into the next dimension.
Oh, I also, while I did that, I kind of worked myself a health potion, so it's 4 plus 4 plus 2, so 8, 10. Not 20, that'd be nice.
What the fuck?
That technically could do points up.
Passing the Wizards of Wine, you can see the road that goes there. You see the vineyards. You're walking past it. One site that kind of started this whole thing. It's where it kicked up. It's what started the feud with Strahd and, let's say, Noella. This will probably be a big cause for you, because this is when you went to save Zewar by drinking the blood.
When the work were up?
You drunk the blood
Yeah.
to save Zewar's life. Now looking at it, it is the wasteland.
I think Javier was still running around at that
You
point.
were, because it was either you or
Yeah.
me, and I was like, nope, gonna yank, drink, yank and drink.
It's empty. The vines are still there and the vineyards. The house is still there, but nothing around as far as any of that goes. I mean, you do see, walking past it and going there are craters that you walk by that you have to kind of either A, go around or go through. They're not big craters, but you can definitely tell that this is the track that Winter took. He came through. Some of the building is collapsed because of it. Vineyards kind of demolished. I mean, there are still somewhat of a vineyard left, but it's going to take some time to restore it.
There's no people, like, at all.
They all flock to Vallaki. Going further down this trail, it starts to go offbeat. There is not so much more of a road, but there is a path. It looks to be whatever when society happened with Barovia and started to map out the areas and make roads, they stopped a little past the vineyard. You're now starting to enter the domain of those forest folk. It's now a trail you see before you. No longer a roadway of people who travel there all the time. This is now turning into a trail that leads into trees. Leads into a very wooded area. The trail through the thick woods leads to a hill covered with dead grass and cairns of black rock. You can see that this is where they are. There is a old dying tree. Black wood. Looks something you would see off Sleepy Hollow. That tree just looks dead.
A real branchy and gangly looking shit.
So, are you continuing up this hill towards this tree?
Cautiously?
Very.
Yeah, so
From where Eivor is standing, can I do a nature check on that tree?
Go ahead and roll.
you
16 plus 5, 21.
Looking at this tree compared to the events earlier, way before back when you guys first came to the Wizards of Winery, you do recall seeing, I think if my memory serves me right, because I believe Eivor was in there when you guys went there, right?
No.
No.
He came after.
This is probably not something you're familiar with at all. This tree looks like it's dead. But to have it still be standing and not dry rotted or anything of that does kind of give you uneasy feeling. Coming from a place of Iceland, there's rarely any trees around. If so, they're pine, or more so oak or any of that nature. Yes, there's not so much of that nature as far as where everything is from. This tree is just dead by the looks of it, but how it's so big and not collapsed or any of that does give you an uneasy feeling.
She means good stuff.
I think he knows. No, he knows what I mean.
But those pictures that you can't hear.
Hey, right, you can sense anything nearby is supposed to be.
That's what I just.
I'm rolling a perception check. On smell.
With smell. Okay.
Flash your trying to pick your nose or something.
Pick them on the nose.
17 plus 8.
This pine smells naughty.
25.
Using your heightened senses, even this place is giving you an uneasy feeling. Just by the smell alone.
What does it smell like?
Not so much, it's not death and decay. It's just, I mean, you smell the woods, you smell the trees and all that stuff, or the grass is there. The grass is dead, so it has that musky smell to it. You kind of smell the faint bit of iron,
Smelly smell.
so blood. But other than that, it's just an ominous smell. It's not so much something you can put your finger on, but again, it's like that cursed place feeling again.
Gotcha.
But this is not so much like, okay, this isn't like before when you went to Kresik and had that uneasy feeling like something's cursed, like this place is cursed. No. This is something
Horrific.
yes. Experimental that gone wrong. Maybe these people tried to do something like a ritual and something did not work or work too well. But you're getting that smell and that uneasy feeling. You've seen cursed places before. You know that type of smell or that feeling you get.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of long. This is more familiar to you as your home and as of cursed lands versus something that has a more of a divinity feel. This does not have that. This is something more your neck of the woods of a curse.
Is there anything there? Stop shaking the wall.
But you do know, like, looking around, there are two sets of trails. And these cairns are there's two distinct circles. So you're familiar with these ritual circles. There are like two of them. So you kind of understand what maybe something did go awry. But there is another trail that kind of loops around this hill. You can't see past it. You can't see further around, but it does hug this bend. And off in the distance, you can see that fog. Just a normal white fog like you're familiar with.
Anything?
Say maybe a little closer. Something different.
It's hard to explain. It smells found.
even you are not picking up anything with your
But it's
selective
not
hearing. You don't hear nothing.
like what we've been touched before.
Like,
It's
It's too quiet.
there's no birds
More
chirping,
to-
no squirrels
It's too
rustling.
quiet.
Eivor, he's a druid, isn't he? As a druid, can you speak with? Do you speak with plants?
I'm more associated with fire, not much with plants. And all coming from a line of ice.
He can't. I can.
Well then, Bucko, speak with one of the plants. Maybe they know something around here.
For once, I can
Maybe you can
actually use
speak
one of
with
these
charcoal
spells.
tree. I mean, it's a plant. It might be able to tell you what's going on, what's in its own neck of its woods.
Alright, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna cast Speak with Plants.
Alright, friend, it's a good
What are
plan.
you going with? Like around. This is a thick wood.
Sounds like a fun.
You're surrounded in woods. Are you just picking a random tree?
It says plants within 30 feet of you. So I'm gonna go.
All plants.
Yeah.
Okay.
let's speak with a random
Right.
tree.
So as you. So how
You guys know about that, don't you?
being the first time you're actually using this spell, how do you do it?
Snaps.
How do you cast this spell?
a fucking princess on a flower.
You should give it a compliment first.
Just walk up to one of the trees and just.
Hi, tree. How you doing?
I know.
No.
It tries to eat you. It's one of the bad things.
Shut up. Walk up to one of the trees and just kneel down on. Put my hand out like, what happened here? What?
Grandfather, what happened?
What hell came through here?
That's all we're gonna hear.
Alright.
Waves,
No,
waves
they
around.
don't. They don't do like that.
No, it's like if the plant slightly moves or whatever, we're just gonna just see it just acting like
It's
normal.
almost more like a telepathic bond.
That's what I'm saying. Even if the plant blows in the breeze, like, did it speak? No, it just moved. Oh, okay.
We're just
Yeah.
looking around.
Have you
like,
painted with the
batshit
colors of the
crazy.
wind?
As you ask that, and the spell kind of reaches out, you can feel your subconscious reaching out through the bark, through the tree, through the life of it, the life force of the tree.
You could say the spell really took root.
Leaf!
This is death.
What do you mean this is death?
What happened here took our life force.
Winter Splinter.
Yes.
She talking to a damn tree.
I mean,
The
I guess
ritual
it's
of
what plants
blood
you
and
may-
nature fused to create the tree.
Listen, sometimes plants technically are of mana
That
and magic themselves. They can
took
see
most of our life. It's not just
Who are you?
whispers.
Right. And she's
Plants
like,
usually
like I see your eyes are
have
closed and
a
you're focusing.
network that they talk to themselves,
Try to see
so they
if
could be
When you're in this chair, you can
whatever
do how you
may be speaking or reaching out to you. If they've noticed any of the people, if they are still around, what may have happened or where they're at.
Asks. Well, I'll ask. Let's see. Ask me. Yeah. Is any of that tribe still around? Are they all gone?
You're gonna have to put a piece of tape over his name and just take his hat.
Or did the ritual take all of them?
It didn't take them. It fused them. It took their blood. infused to make this monstrosity of a tree.
And she's just watching them to wait and see if there's answers.
Most are scattered throughout the land, and we have no idea where.
Well, there has to be some still around. Well,
Well, I don't have eyes to see. I just hear them yelling and the running of feet. That is it.
I take it the air camp wasn't far from here then.
No, I'm used to hear them and I can't now.
So I'm come and gone. Thank you.
Right when you let go, you can see the bark start to decay.
That's not ominous or anything.
So whatever force it had a little bit of life force left to communicate. It kind of like expedited its life force to talk with the smoke. Now this tree is dead.
What'd you get, Ryu?
So, whatever fucked up ritual they did that brought winter splinters up to this world, it took most of the life in the forest here, and the blood of some of the berserkers. They were here, but from what I gathered, and I'll use the words of the tree so you could hear their feet running around here.
Who's their feet though? Did he tell you what he's seen? I know. Shut up.
Said what the lords of the berserkers, they've scattered now.
That's gonna be more fun. Well,
So they may still be there, or they may not.
Are the berserkers the one that did this, or was it druids?
if it
That
is,
he's not sure of.
what was the blood used for?
They fused the energy into one tree. And took the energy from on the forest and the blood of the berserkers to make winter splinter.
That's lovely.
Gee, and I got a hunch of who might have been behind that one.
I mean, talk about being one with nature. That's a little ridiculous. So if that is Winter Splinter, and say the rest of the clan's not here, I don't think it's gonna hurt anyone to tell the children that they don't have to go through their last day of ritual, and we just tell everybody that they did.
Well, tell your tree friend thank you.
He's gone.
I was gonna say tree.
It
Stop
just-
being
it just got-
a jerk.
It just got Thanos'd.
No, I was gonna look and
Thanos.
go. Well, sorry about your loss. Let's go.
The problem is I'm gonna be hearing voices now for the next 10 minutes because that's how long that fucking shit lasts.
You hear the flowers like, help me, help me.
And I heard
More quietness than anything, but as far as, I mean, he's not picking up chatter, they're not communicating.
If you step on a flower, does it scream for help and only Ryu can hear it?
I mean, it's actually
I
a
mean,
serious
in
question.
theory, it could be.
the grass.
you
is-
start-
But it's not like they're not
Grass
just
saying,
speaking
"Get off."
around.
If a tree falls in the woods, only Ryan will hear it.
Yeah.
I hear you guys.
With his high ass perception, oh yeah.
You can hear the fly that got squished by his
If
last
tree
breath.
falls in the next county, Ryu hears it now.
Well, what do you want to do? Are you judging see if there's anyone around or we do we go to
I mean,
and we we still have the children. We can get them out of there now. And just convince them to leave.
I don't think they'll be convincing something that strong. That is their way of life. That is what they've been taught.
They have
so
nothing to come back to.
They're not
doesn't
going to believe
matter.
us, though.
They'll restart.
They'll still think they have to go through with their
Yeah.
whatever ridiculous
I don't know
ritual
about you,
is.
but I kind of want to check just to see if there's if there's one survivor still.
Why don't you send something that can get killed and come back before we send ourselves and get killed and not come back?
How far are we away from Never Yesterday or whatever it's called?
Nowhere.
Like to the hill. I mean, you can see on top of this hill. It's not a big hill at all. You're not like in a valley. You're just in a slow descent, and it's starting to round up. You can see what looks to be some type of black rocks over on the side of the hill, closer to the top. You just can't make out what it is.
Well,
I mean,
I'm going to send Edgar up that way.
okay.
I'm
I
sending.
can't believe I kept with the name of Edgar, by the way. But
Edgar Allan Poe.
yeah, I'm going to send him up there.
Let's say it might be better to send the crow than it is to send.
I mean,
Drake.
here's the question though. If it dies, and say it's out that way dies, does the totem just drop there and not back to you?
No. It comes back to the totem, and I get it back in 2 days.
Also, he holds the totem and the bird just like, and I still have
No,
the
the
thing.
totem transforms into the bird.
That's what I'm saying. So
Oh,
if
yeah.
say
So
something
I guess
hits
that's
it,
a
they
really
just
good question.
If the bird gets shot out in the air or dies,
Or
it
fire
bounces
it.
back, and you're gonna have to relocate it. I mean, it's
So-
not gonna it just wherever it died, it just
Right.
reverts back.
probably the best option is send something out that can get hit and comes back.
Well, the only thing I can send is a Drake, so.
I mean, it can come back to you, and like a totem that we have to go scavenger hunting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rather not lose Edgar.
At least I can bring him back.
You
So.
really want to have the eyes to see something, and everybody not possibly get hurt by something.
So.
How far can you send out Shihito?
I can send the
My
Drake as
eye?
far as I need it to be.
Yes.
About 80 feet.
I'm going to take a guess that's farther than 80 feet.
No. No, I'm just. No. I'm looking at it from a different standpoint.
He's looking at it as in he knows what the fuck's up there.
No, no, that's not the
Wasted
case
the spell
whatsoever.
system and everything.
It's not that. I think you're pussyfooting too much around.
Because he knows
Honestly.
what the fuck's up there.
Let's go up there.
Honestly, I mean,
That's what I'm saying. If we want to go, but if we're worried, then send the Drake. If we're not worried, then go.
you have that feeling like before with Kresik. But it's different in your mindset.
That's man-made. It's not.
Correct. But this is more your neck of the wood as far as you know around places of that area. Like, you're the closest thing to their kin than anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you know that this place has an ominous vibe to it. It just feels off. So you know this place is cursed. It's one of those cursed lands. Talking with the tree, you know that it's quiet. There's nothing around.
I just felt the warmth of the sunlight on my skin for the first time in over 1,000 years. I think it's a good day to die.
I mean,
Honestly, I
Can we save that? That is a shirt line.
I don't disagree with Sibinak.
I'm writing that down.
the good thing is if there's anyone there, we got the spear and the cloak. So,
Yeah, I do. I actually want to go investigate.
shall we go?
Let's just move.
Let's go.
Very well. And you're just gonna back down.
Going further up, walking up to the top of this hill, getting closer to these sites. On top of the hill is a wide ring of black boulders and smaller rocks that collectively form a makeshift wall enclosing a field of dead grass. it shocks you a little bit because it's quiet. You don't hear anything. But as you get closer to these rocks, one just jettisons of lightning.
Uh-oh.
That looks more your element, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Are you picking up any sparks on the sparkway? This.
It's not made of lightning.
She's picking at him though, because she's not anything on the
Normally I
wall.
do have.
Yeah.
Just like every off, like 10 minutes or so that you guys are looking up there and getting up to this hill, it sparks at least twice. So at least within 20 minutes.
Hey, look, they got an electric fence.
Shocking.
Can I look on some of these rocks to see if there's any like symbols or some kind of like formation,
Just don't
like
lick it.
something that pops out?
Go ahead and roll an investigation.
– 18 plus 1.
19. Getting closer to these rocks and kind of seeing how they're arranged, this does look like a druid circle. So something used. This was a ritual site.
Could this be the ritual site? I don't know why I'm asking that. Unless I know that. I know it looks like that
Clearly.
because he's the one expecting that, not me.
Would I see any like druid symbols like on these rocks or anywhere nearby them?
There are druidic symbols, but they have not been carved. They used a red liquid of some type.
Oh, I wonder what the red liquid did. It's not jelly.
It's not jam either.
Boat nectar.
Well, apparently with this liquid, with the symbols painted on these rocks,
It ain't.
I said this is one giant druidic circle, if anything.
Well, look, I hate to be the bearer of bad news and maybe, make you wet the
This
bed
is
and maybe go to
supposed to
sleep, but
be
that's
behind
not no normal red liquid. I mean, it's the red liquid that's inside your body.
I will say, Blood Hunter. Go ahead and roll. Let's do history for our lovely wizard.
That's a 16.
You can roll an Arcana.
God's trying to speak to you.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, he was asking what he missed because he had an important phone call.
And Eivor, you can do a nature check.
Can I do a religion check? So technically,
25.
religious.
30-20 on the nature check.
Okay. Did you say 320?
Dirty 20.
Oh, I said 320. I was like, holy shit. There you go. A lot
What do you
of
guys have?
16.
25. Collectively thinking of this formation of rock, the dead grass around it, this was a ritualistic chant spell site. This is the remnants of somebody pulling off a very dark ritual that required blood.
Like I said, love, it's not jelly. It's the human jelly.
Boat nectar.
There was a point in time, Eivor, you're going to get this part, that there were druids that it wasn't nature that compelled them to be this way. There is a circle of blood, a druidic circle of blood. That is a path, but that path no longer exists. It's banded from most places. This circle of blood has been wiped out a long time ago.
So it would have to be from somebody who was around a long time ago.
Blood magic. Blood for the blood god. Blood.
But it's different because this is something odd. Because for you guys in solo, meaning for the three of you, Avor's part is this is a druid circle that used to be here, but with the effects that are on it and the way everything is dead, that's more your neck. Like this is a symbiotic thing. They coexist because it is a ritualistic spell.
Yes.
But also deals with blood from the humancraft magic that you know of. So could there be, or was there, you've been taught before, blood hunters, you dip into a very forbidden art of blood magic. This humancraft magic. Correct. You don't necessarily know that. But to do what you can do is just odd. Requiring blood, how your blood can connect to lightning. It's just odd. For more of the mage type, blood magic is forbidden in the studies that you even remotely have learned. Blood magic is definitely forbidden. It's too taboo to use. Just because anything and everything can go wrong. Because it's not something that should be used, that you should use one's life force to do. It's the same with almost how liches became liches. As far as the people who know, the religion side of things as being a cleric or a paladin. Just it's odd. If somebody used a very dark, forbidden art that it just rubs you the wrong way, because this is the power that liches come from, is the ability to drain a life force to further oneself. I mean, that goes to, even if you go deeper into this connects the three of you more because of the Raven Queen. With her, with the knowledge that you have and what she has done before, sacrificing the town sacrificing their life willingly, not forcefully. This was done by force. Even with the investigations, this is definitely, you can see signs of struggle within the grass.
This is what is formation.
So maybe you guys are coming to the conclusion that Winter Splinter, in the creation of it, you had to give something that doesn't have life. Hence why the dead grass of where this was. And you can see now there is fresh dirt 30 or so feet from the circle. Fresh dirt, like it's been rooted.
No, I was gonna kind of what you consider not smack Navarra, but come with. Me and her are gonna walk towards the fresh dirt
Okay.
cautiously. I'm kind of like I'm gonna step in it. Quick step.
You get that sense, and it's not so much there, but it's whatever structure was here. You could see, if somebody pulled a giant tree, just a giant pulling a straight tree out, how the dirt erupts, and how fresh dirt is turned. Looking more at it, and going closer to it, just inspecting the dirt itself. There is a lot of worms uprooted, gathered around like an ungodly.
They like worms or like maggot worms? Like
There's
Oh, we're going fishing.
Anyone got a shovel?
where are you?
Hmm.
Send your Drake over here.
Anyone got a shovel?
Dig.
What, the dragon?
No, I'm telling the dragon to dig.
Oh.
Please.
Looks to you.
Tell him to fucking dig.
Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole. Just
Easy enough. I mean, it's not hard to move this dirt.
Well, yeah, I'm not
Because
digging
it
my hands in
is, it is freshly
fucking nails
turned
up.
within at least a couple days. How far are we planning on digging the hole?
Like a foot.
I mean,
6 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say about 6. That's what Noella wants to do.
She's trying to see if there's a book maybe.
about 3 feet in.
Damn, Finland.
It does find that it stops and kind of jumps back out a little bit and just is looking down and looking over from where this hole is. There is bones.
Ah, that's cute.
Like multiple bones or
From
like one human
now,
worm and
from
bone?
now you see like the start of a skeletal hand.
It's a nice way.
I'm gonna look over at Nevera and go,
Yes.
I think we can go to human.
You want me to waste a spell?
No, I'm not saying that. I was just saying maybe we should see how many we're gonna find. You know the anatomy a little bit better than I do.
She goes pale. You can figure it out yourself.
I can go pale and look like a pale and use a pale.
Just saying, if we pull bones out and stick them side by side and see how many people we can make. Not really to do it, like the I want to make an army out of the next fucking dead people.
I mean,
I just want to see
I
if it
can
was
do
like
that,
a
but,
mass
you know.
grave or not.
I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna jump down there.
That's what I was thinking. I was going to do
And
the
I'm
same
gonna
thing.
dig. I don't care. I deal with dead bodies. You think worms are gonna bother?
Digging up bones.
What?
He's looking at me like, hey, your wife's gonna get killed again. Here I go again.
I'm seeing how. How's Yerrick reacting to see them dig up things and finding and pulling out bones?
Well, I'm not pulling them out. I'm just inspecting to see if this is supposed to be a mass grave like she's thinking it is.
Wouldn't bother him. The Vikings would dig up their own ancestors and burn their bodies, incorporating the ash into the iron of their weapons. They were the first to make rudimentary carbon steel.
If this is a mass grave, we could probably do with them later if we're able to make it out of the back. She just is curious if this is a mass
Spending
grave.
time and okay, how about this? If you are okay, you're like are you like literally like inspecting it like
I mean,
We're not trying to
archaeologist
desecrate a
would?
grave. Yeah.
I'm trying. Well, this one, yes, I want to see it. How
Or are you
old
turning
this?
this into like an archaeological dig?
I'm
Dig,
somewhat,
meaning
yeah.
You're being like you're doing that. If you see a bone, you're kind of like more so as if lightly brushing away, but
Yeah.
you're trying to go all out to see just how. Okay, so
And like see the size of the bone and shit like that to see if it's like fucking
with
berserker
okay,
size
so
and
with
stuff.
if you two there, I would say, give me a Constitution. Let's see how long it took.
Yeah, I'll throw the Drake squad in
Constitution
there.
check, not a save.
You want me to do one with the Drake too?
21.
Mine would be a 16.
21.
Amber.
In an hour time that you guys are doing an archaeological dig to uncover what is in this freshly turned dirt. As you lay out pieces and say, are you piecing together?
She's trying to like. I'm also trying to see how
So with that,
old these are.
roll me a medicine if you have it.
I do.
Roll me medicine. We're putting the anatomy together.
Not 20 plus 1.
In an hour it takes you to dig, pulling out the bones and kind of like arranging them into a place, you find 16 bodies with still way more dirt to go.
By looking at them, how old can I tell how old these bodies are? What may
Some still
happened
have
with
flesh
bones?
attached to them.
So these
Yeah,
are relatively
lovely.
new. Probably the ones cast for winter splinter is my
Now,
surmise.
the flesh that are the ones that do have flesh on the bone, are they? Is there any distinctive markings, like tattoos? You know, stuff along the lines of what a berserker would have, like the
Not all
tribal
berserkers are
markings and
berserkers.
stuff. No.
There are markings of that sense, as if there is like a tribal feel to it. But yeah, this is a gravesite, or this is the winter splinter to be created. So these people here are what looks to be what you're uncovering is remains of 16 people from this tribe of berserkers. And it's not just, I mean, with the anatomy alone, with that nat 20 roll, it's, I mean, you're seeing different shapes.
Women,
So
children,
you can
alike.
make out from kids to adults as far as bone wise. I mean, if we, with that nat 20 roll, I would say in that time frame, you find 4 children, five male, and the rest are female.
How long would you say they were doing this?
An hour.
About an hour.
Can I be attuning the sunblade to the ring?
Yeah,
Not
Eric.
doing anything else.
Yes.
What would be the right thing to do for these souls? I mean, unfortunately, the souls that trapped you into it, we deal with what we must. But I feel like I can't just put them back in this mass grave, forgotten, buried. I don't feel it's right. Especially with them being used for such a ritual. The tree has been dealt with, but the damage, unfortunately, has already been done to the people.
We did bring them a small justice by doing the tree, but it's not anything that.
What would your clan do? Or have done?
Let's go to Ken.
How long does it generally take? How long does that generally take to make?
Depends on how big you want to make it.
Just enough to do what we have to do. I'd make it flashy if I could, or do you wish to just have us bury them
Add
and so
both in
we're
your
done?
inventory.
Well, I mean, we can do what we can for them for now and do
You have the sun
more
blade in
later.
there,
Uh-huh.
but also carry the sun sword because they need to be melded together.
Okay.
Because the sun sword is the sword from Barovia, so it has It is of a
There's
sentient
much more
being,
under this earth.
but it follows the stats of the slave blade.
I feel there's more of them,
You get what I'm
but
saying?
we can't.
Who
We do.
has alcohol?
You said
Hold on a second. The picture fills all the way up.
the sunblade and the what?
Some sort.
Like a
Some
decent
sort.
size.
It'll be a gold or an orange.
Other than that,
I
I think it's a gold one on that one.
And it says it's from Barovia, it was Siegfried's
How many? What,
At the
16
bottom
so
of that,
far?
it does say it has
So
its
it's
own
typically
like
16
intelligence score, and it's because it's sentient,
Okay.
but it follows the stats of the blade.
So, she pulled out her pitcher of alcohol. We said just pour it over them. We're gonna like stack them to do a burn.
Okay.
Kind of like a send off for at least the ones we found. That's why I was asking him like what would she can't she doesn't throw it, just it's them and being thrown in a mass grave like that.
As you guys are uncovering these bodies, okay, I would say within this time of doing that, and the rest of you kind of like watching, surveying the area, you can see that you can't see past the area you're at. You can't see any further south or east at all. It is nothing but a wall of fog.
We
So-
hearing anything at this point in time?
No. But I will say this wise. Well, no. Because. Oh, okay, I would say with this one, Sibnak, I'm going to give this to you in writing. Well, no, I'll give it to you as being the longest amongst the original. Coming from Barovia the first time you traveled through mist and fog. Spending time with this sword to know how it functions as far as it being a beam of light. And how it cuts and how it swings out using the hand. Just swinging, looking around when the sun lights up, of course. It sheds light. But the light stops the fog. You can't see anything past it. No shadows or trees or anything of that nature. How you were brought in and knowing that Barovia itself has been plucked out of existence. You're, right now, you're at the edge of the world.
Yeah, the edge of the
This is the edge of Barovia.
Oh, that's not a good thing to walk through the fog.
There is no further past this, besides going westward towards the your giant iron gates that you guys came for. How you guys came into here. You're now on the other side.
We saw no berserkers up here at all, alive.
There's no sense of that. I mean, looking around in the grass, looking around, you can see. Give me a survival. Anybody with that? You
I'll aid you.
to looking at this.
I was gonna say you might want me to roll it. I was gonna say I would aid, but I don't know if you want to roll. What's your survival? What's up?
She already said she's 8.
So anybody can roll it if they
Oh,
want. So you
I'm
can
sorry.
roll it too if you'd like to. No, I was just letting you know.
I didn't know if you said anybody.
19 plus 11.
Better than mine.
20 plus 8.
It's better than his.
Just
I didn't
30,
roll.
28.
Wow.
Looking at this, because
Yeah, mine's a plus 1. Right, so that
I mean, for you guys rolling the highest, you guys have seen war. You know it. You understand it. It's almost like that scene in Two Towers. after the battle in the prairie. Before they go into Fangong Forest. You're like Aragorn in that scene right now. A child laid here. And another here. You can see the signs of struggle. You can find pieces of rope. And they have been bound. You can see blood droplets scattered around. That within this circle, mainly within this circle, close to there, these people were sacrificed. Their love was sacrificed, or the blood forcefully came out of them to feed the tree. So it is, you're picking up that. You're seeing the signs of struggle, of a battle, or of a slaughter. By these druids that you've already seen before, that were there. They brought this tree to life, but in the same time, the ritual consumed the casters who made Winter Splinter, or the tree itself, not understanding, eradicated everybody by this command it was given. Destroy. I would say for those of you here who minus you, because I don't believe it was you were at the Wizard of Wand, so Yerrick would not know this.
We have prevented this. That's what she's thinking right now
That's
because
exactly what you're feeling.
I was gonna say Noella was absolutely.
I was saying
thinking
for those of you who knows the Wizard of Wine from that incident,
we heard the druid and everything.
hearing the chanting off in the distance that you did hear beforehand, you guys chose Krezk before walking another 300 feet southward to Yester Hills. Or sorry, walk an extra hour, and you would have been there to stop. That's all it was an hour difference
She's watching
of a hike.
the bodies burn and just, this is our fault. This is all our fault. That they're dead.
It is not our fault.
This is our fault.
We did not create this being
We
that
didn't.
destroyed.
But we could have stopped it. We could have.
We
We
could have
have.
tried. We
Could have
didn't
done
even.
something.
We ourselves didn't even go up against Winter Splinter. It took the Mad Mage to take it down.
So much innocence lost.
Yeah, because that's when you guys were going to Krezk. He stayed to do that, and that's when you guys were battling the Adds. He took refuge he took refuge at Vallaki to kind of safeguard it a little bit, because you did tell him of the threat of Winter Splinter coming that way.
We could have tried. We also could have died.
But I think that thought goes in your minds. I would say that those who have been here the longest, you're circling that what if. That if we got here in time, could this all been prevented? This is fate. This is destiny. This is where you start to think more slow in depth of yourself.
Well, that's what I was saying. Noella says to Rivera, like, I was kind of looking away from everybody because I had like a couple tears going. But then I look back and I look at Sibonite and Rivera. She says, yes, you're right. We could have tried. We could have avoided this. We could have.
The only thing to do now is to continue on and do what we set out to do.
So
You want to bring peace to one, yourself, and two, the people that were lost here. we take Strahd and anybody or anything or whatever else gets in the way out and bring this place to peace.
And let all these people that were here join, not, go to where they're supposed to be and not the damn death march.
Shed a
But
few
then-
tears if you need to, and let's move on.
As we go to the temple, it'll be your job to search for this phylactery and be ready to get out of it. Because you're going to go through one way and I'm going to have to go through another.
Thinking about it more, and as you're doing it, and thinking it, you guys are now noticing something different. Because you attune to the sword, having that feeling, you can. The blade is emitting very little light, like it's very dim. So it senses the emotion and is reacting to it.
Be jovial in this sad moment, and we'll have some.
It communicates through emotion. So you're feeling a more overwhelming feeling of maybe just a little bit of disappointment or a little bit of sadness that, it kind of amplifies your senses a little bit, that maybe the emotional side of you is saying this could have been different, and you're reacting to it, and the sun is reacting to your emotions.
I'm well aware of the fact that it could have been avoided in that sense, but
That's what the sword. That's
yeah.
the feeling the sword is giving.
Okay. I'm gonna say Sivanak himself, with knowing nothing but war, basically death all around him. This is just casualties of war happen. This has been a battle that has been happening way before we even stepped foot in.
Simonakis is another Tuesday.
Literally.
And Noella's trying to be that way too, but she's trying to show outward that she's that way, but on the inside she feels like total shit.
Well, that's what the same thing. Like with Sivanak, he's more of a stone-faced thing. Like he knows this. This is not familiar to him at all. But the inside you are feeling because the sword is communicating with you, and you can feel that coming from the sword, that it is emanating this emotion to you because it's picking up what you're feeling. So it feels like you have attuned to that.
Okay.
But you do need to get rid of that holy symbol if you gave it away.
Yeah.
We need to get to the temple. I will prepare while you search for what you need.
You have Argon Rost's wrath, right? Mikey? You have
Not with me. It's embedded in the table.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
it's in Valaki.
We have 2 days. 2 days for the phylactery. 1 day for the children. I'm not going to be able to travel with you.
How?
You said 1 is the last day for the kids.
I
2 days for the
I
phylactery.
understand that part, but from my knowledge, Noella has never released that information.
We were just discussing that.
I know, but Noella has never released the information of what her vision is.
No.
I never said the vision, no.
I'm talking about to have the phylactery destroyed, and I have 1 day to get to the kids or
Right.
things done. That's it.
I don't. Yeah, but Sat never said anything about time.
I'm talking
No, we're
about
talking about the
what we
time
have
before it
time.
brews.
What we have. We have 1 day, and their thing is done. 2 days, and the phylactery is either made or it needs to be destroyed.
I understand.
Other than that, I'm not
My
saying. I'm
my
feeling
question that I'm trying to restate a little bit is how the only characters that I believe would know about the phylactery and knowing of the time frame.
She mentioned.
Yeah, I said
I just
we
said
had
that.
2 days for the phylactery. Because he was... I think we were all told that, even Sat said that he has 3 days for it
We
to
were all there with
brew.
the phylactery.
he said it takes 3 days to brew. He told us all that whenever it happened. He said in 3 days I will be immortal.
And she keeps talking about we have to destroy the phylactery. And then before, when we were marching, we had 2 days for that,
Okay.
1 day for the kids.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the motive because it's just you guys are blindly going off what Noella's saying is that she has a reason to get there.
Nobody has full on asked.
Yes, we have. I asked that. Of course. And you didn't answer. You pushed it off and went into Noella land. So technically, she did.
I went into Noella mode.
She's
Turned
what?
into a
What is the reason we have to destroy this phylactery? What is the reason we have to drop everything else we're doing, specifically go after this phylactery and save Sat? He is the one that you hated. Da 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 da.
I was gonna say,
What
which
is
would
the
be
reason?
a good time for you to say it now because you're emotional and shit. So
Fine, we'll rehash this because her thing is she's gonna go after the kids. So remind me, we have 2 days, right?
yes,
Can you remind me of this big grand scheme? Of why? Because if we fail in these 2 days, somebody, somewhere is dealing with a lich, and this companion of his is none the wiser. But it's supposed to keep her safe, you know, a lich keeping someone decently happy and he's safe.
Alright, I get it. I understand. I didn't give you all, any of you, the full details because I was worried that it would change your minds.
Change your minds on what?
Hating this person, his arrogance and everything about him, and all of a sudden you flip a switch and want to save him. That's pretty damn good reason to have a pause, and I've asked you before, and I'm glad you're at least talking about it. But you flipped a switch from hating him to want to saving his ass out of the grease fire. So,
Well, it's not only saving him. It will be saving a lot of people, including ourselves.
so what's the reason? I mean, I'm guessing we're walking and talking instead of just standing still.
Yeah.
What's this big reason? What's his importance in this?
There is an evil that we all know about, of course, that would be Shroud. But there is another. And it's not Strahd's creator. It is one who is a bit worse, actually.
Not
I can't quite remember his name.
what they look like.
Skeletal, disgusting, gross, anything you could think of.
They look like the librarian.
Similar, but he was coming out of the what you would consider, what you would think of the gates of hell, basically. Fucking gravest.
There's nothing skeletal about it.
I don't think. Well, I can't
You saw through his eyes.
Oh
You
yeah,
saw
sorry.
him beating up on the dragon.
Yeah, I forgot that. I mean, I didn't forget that part, but I didn't.
But as far as his hands, there was nothing skeletal. I mean, he was in armor, so you couldn't
No.
tell.
Okay. He wasn't skeletal. I lied.
You just saw through his eyes. You really didn't really get a look.
I was seeing through the eyes of this big bad, basically. I watched him repeatedly beat on the famous Dragonborn that we all know,
I mean, the one with the
silver or the
platinum.
platinum.
Yeah.
Yes. The Platinum Dragonborn kept coming back time after time after time after time to try to break this curse. He never gave up. Ever. No matter how bad he got beaten, he came back. Because he was trying to break his friends free. And his family free. there was, I don't remember how many, but there was a female. That was just story-wise, man. There was a really beautiful tiefling. Or not tiefling.
What is a tiefling?
It's
I think
a
they throw tea at them.
it's a horned human, basically. It looks a lot along the lines of a horned human. The Dragonborn finally got a blow in on the person's eyes that I was looking through. It wasn't nothing major, but it was finally a blow that he got in. He finally got a strike on this person, leaving them to bleed. He immediately got dismantled afterwards again for the God only knows how many times.
Dismantle.
Yes.
You mean take it, make it apart?
He got basically torn apart.
Again?
Again and again and again and again and again.
If something is being taken apart and reshaped, then normally, if such a thing is possible, it is going to wear on a creature.
Yes. And no matter how many times he got beaten down, he came back again after he was so up. But he finally got the one lucky shot in. When he did, the creature that I was looking through the eyes of bled for the first time in 30 or 40 different attacks. 30 or 40 different times. But this Balvrix, something along that lines. Do you know?
I don't know the
It
name.
was the Platinum Dragonborn. I remember that much. And whenever the blood came from the creature, I seen the Platinum Dragonborn. I can't remember his damn name. It's actually driving me crazy.
Continue.
But he started praying to his god. Like, really, really praying. And it felt like the blood, this is gonna sound insane, but it felt like the blood that came from the creature that I was looking through spoke with him. It somewhat manifested itself into a little ball, basically. And it was a shred of hope. It was a shred of decency. It was the good that was in the bad, if you understand what I mean by that. It was the shred of light inside all the darkness out of that creature. It manifested itself into a little ball, basically, a little orb. And it shot off. To a castle.
Castle.
Yes. Not a castle, but a kingdom. It was a very large place.
But see, here's the thing. What the spell that you saw.
Am I doing right so far? Okay, good. Because that was like fucking a month ago.
If I can. Nat one. +6. I possibly know what that spell is.
Whenever Sat stuck his brain into my mouth.
Yeah, it's like it's a memory.
It is a type of magic as far as the school of it.
Fucking Garrett's probably sitting there looking like, what the fuck?
No, he's taller, just playing with a sword.
But either way, Would she know it or not?
I'm checking.
Like the gist, the idea, not completely what it does.
I mean, there is talk that somebody can pull and encode memory into a spell to be sword or stayed for more. As a wizard, this is beyond your scope.
So it'd be more like chatter. It's kind of like, I kind of understand it, but at the same time,
I mean,
no.
I would say you do have knowledge of spells that can pull this off, but with a wizard, you study a specific school. So this is beyond your expertise, being a necromancer in a sense. This is more of, this is definitely a different school, and there you do know that spells can pull memory out of a thing.
So, if Zach gave you this from his own noggin, and you're seeing this as
Yes, sir.
a memory, and he's fighting the platinum dragon,
Yes.
but he's not, and then a ball shoots off into a kingdom. Is there anything else? Because this sounds really
Far-fetched.
odd for a memory to also possibly not be completely his.
Well, the ball shot off into a kingdom where there was. This is where I saw. Am I right? This is where I saw the beautiful tiefling woman. She gave birth to 2 children, twins. The ball that shot off. This is going to really sound odd. The ball that shot off manifested itself again. Into what we know as Seth.
So the ball formed as a fully grown man
Yes.
in a birthing chamber.
But similar, yes. Not,
It was where she gave birth to the children.
it didn't just magically appear there, no, but he was basically bestowed upon that child to keep her protected. Because she is one of the only that is going to take down the horrible person that I was looking for the eyes of, who has all of the power possible to destroy literally everything.
Everything?
Everything.
As you're talking about this, and you're kind of under, like, you're talking about the visions, the vision that you had. As you're saying this and hearing this, Yerrick starts to feel ill.
Ill?
Ill. Like, paler. All of a sudden, he stands up.
Well, we're walking, so I hope he stands up.
Well, okay, no, listen, as you guys are standing there kind of like figuring this out and talking about this at this place because of it, the energy that still coexists with it, Yerrick's eyes almost flash white. This is... You've seen something like this before because this is the extent of like the augury spell. So some foresight to where Yerrick's eyes flash white, he collapses as you're talking about the fight. And right now he's on the on a knee.
Well, as soon as that happens, I'm immediately stop talking to her, and
Oh, she's already darted.
I'm darting to your. As soon as we get over there, if you're not throwing a hand on him, I am.
I mean, it's not like he's having a seizure. He collapsed, but his eyes did flash a color.
She's trying not to like. Don't try.
Yeah, I'm not gonna kill her or nothing.
Easy
So-
enough for the rest of you to see that because, kind of like within talking about, it, you guys are kind of close proximity to each other. Garrett just suddenly just collapses. Like when you talk about the foul, every time you talk about the hits and stuff like that, almost, I'm not gonna say muscle memory, but when you talk about it, it's like he feels it. It's weird.
She's gonna like place her hands on his face and kind of just like, Eric, can you hear me? It's time to wake up, big guy.
Sun's getting late. With
Listen.
her hands on your head, I have like a hand on your shoulder. Like,
I'll give you head scratches later. Just
my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
not that kind, you nasty.
My brain went real bad there for a second. Don't space your words out so bad again like that, because that fucked me all up.
Head scratches.
I will give you head scratches. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
For fuck's sakes, man.
He's so nowhere
Sorry.
to take a bite. Feeling the familiarity, at least with like the eyes and everything, she's trying to wonder if this is a god intervening or if maybe he's done something. What's going on?
I would say as far as long as that goes, I'm kind of gonna dig into your backstory a little bit. I would say maybe a descendant of yours was a seer.
That's what I was.
Yeah. Okay. So we're on the same way.
Yeah.
My story bothers you. I can stop talking.
I felt the story.
Yes, it tugs at heartstrings. I do
You-
agree.
No, I felt the.
You felt it. How is that possible?
I don't know.
Is that mentioned in with your people?
We have seers. See past, see future.
But have they been able to feel?
I don't know.
This may be a good or bad thing.
There's some claws. You draw blood.
Yeah. Drew water across the cheek.
It's armored.
Yeah, the individual I was looking for was armored, and so was the platinum journey one.
What's this problem?
It's a bright silver, basically.
That was very bright.
Yes.
I saw the blood. I don't speak the language of dragons.
Draconic is what you're looking for.
Yes.
That is what I felt. It was guttural, harsh.
It's a very rough language.
Yes. Very deep.
You should hear that pillow talk.
No, brother. It's not
How?
it's not an easy language to
So
learn.
I know.
what you're saying is that you
Saw
imagining-
the other side.
Actually,
of what you saw.
To give more of a clarification, not so much a clarification, but the mention of platinum and trying to understand what it is. The hilt is made out of platinum.
The hell of a service.
Is there anything else you need to tell us while he's already crouching in pain?
If this is what the sea's good, can I have this ponder?
Is there anything more that we need to know as to why we need to save Seth?
Yes.
Other than this humanoid.
What was the name you were trying to say?
It was Balvix.
Valverix?
Yes, that's it.
You both very.
No, I'm Yerrick.
And then, like, you see literally, like, Noella literally goes like this because, like, just got, like, really bad goosebumps.
Drink. Head.
Where'd you get the rest of that from? Yours has to be skunked by now.
It'll be fine. The stronger, the more with age, the better.
Does that just mean the sun brighter?
I mean,
Is
it
it?
may have dimmed a little bit.
I mean, the sun is the sun.
What the sun's sword.
It's sensitivity. He's never experienced.
I mean, yeah. I mean, this. I mean, a sun. I mean, you know a sun.
But he's being facetious. Like
No, so yeah,
his senses are kind of
the
heightened
sword,
right now.
the sun itself is normal. It hasn't like flared or anything of that nature. It's the fact
No,
that-
that's not his senses. Are not having experienced a seer's vision, he feels
It's like
like a
migraine.
hangover.
right. Okay, I got you.
Light sensitivity.
Do you want me to not continue with this, or
Finish.
I mean, I'm kind of almost intrigued to ask you what you saw, so I can tell you what I know.
I think he's feeling
As I said,
what you're
I
saying.
saw the blood, the whispered prayer.
We should probably continue. We have
not much more.
only so much time.
The ball, as you said.
Became sad.
I didn't see that the stars flipped away.
Well, if you're good, let's continue to walk.
As we talk.
As we talk, if you feel like you're going to go down again, just let
But
the...
I didn't expect to go down. Well, not like this.
Should we possibly put him on a horse as we walk, so he's not like
Yes, because falling to the ground from standing is much better than falling from the horse.
She can ride with him and put him on.
just hang on to me, you know, hands on the waist.
Middle school
Alright.
rules.
6 inches apart.
Jeez Louise.
But alright, so you're on the horse, we're going to continue to walk.
The pamphlet roll.
Oh my god.
So we're walking toward.
We're walking towards the temple.
I thought you were fast traveling. By spot.
She's talking, so we're going to talk, and then afterwards, she's trying to tell us things that we need to know.
You guys got. I mean, it's there. The way the circles, the druid circles are. I mean, this hillside is open, so it's a lot. I mean, it'd probably be a good area to
Rest.
not so much rest, but you could draw it out to where it's ready to go.
True.
As that's happening, if you're planning on taking that route, or is it something like? I mean, if you're trying to find a better clearing, I mean, you have the only thing close in proximity to you at this moment. I mean, only,
Is the crushed wizard of wine?
yeah. I mean, of more knowledge you can do if you're trying to look at something like that way to. I mean, you're using chalk, so to draw anything on, you probably can find, you know, portion of the building that's not fully collapsed that you can draw it on.
Yeah.
good part is no one else can use that circle afterwards. It's dismantled itself. Just let it
I
come.
mean, you can go that route, or you can place it here.
No, I can do that.
Things.
Finish your story. We gotta go. And she's starting to draw as she's talking. She's just.
You just can't fully complete it.
No.
But you're sorry, but Sat was sired, I guess you could say, if that's the correct word, I'm not sure, to protect this small girl, ish. I watched her grow up through the eyes of Sat now. And a lot of very bad happened to that girl's family. And all the people that she loved. There was a giant, well, he wasn't a giant, but there was this massive barbarian.
Goliath?
Yes. Who was a friend of the family that did her very wrong. He was actually a really good looking guy.
You're wasting knobs to the camera.
You son of a...
Yeah, right. He had his general in command, general in arms with him, who also was a good friend of the family. That
Oh, I got all sixes.
they both turned their back on the family for some reason. And the reasoning, from what I somewhat know, is gonna turn into the rest. So they saved themselves.
So they turned against family for fear.
They seem very cowardly.
Just face death.
But things got worse. I believe the little girl's name was something. I can't quite remember it, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah. Sat himself. This is the thing that I didn't really want to say, but I'm going to. Sat himself was from the blood of that evil.
So you're saying that this evil split into two? It's like a little yin and yang kind of thing going there. He's the
What the hell's
real-
it getting here? I'm kidding.
like,
I
so he's the dark essence and that's supposed to be the light. Jackassery and all that aside, he's the good guy.
Yes. But he has to fight with himself on an everyday basis of not,
Darkness begets darkness.
yes. He has to fight with himself on an everyday basis to not turn into what he was at one point in time.
So he's saying he has to become this lich. This ultimate power will protect this person. Wouldn't it in turn him into the very thing he didn't want to be?
That is slightly true, yes, but in his eyes, if he became immortal, then he could never let her down. He could never let something happen to her if he cannot die.
Sometimes to defeat something, you have to become it.
Yes.
A lich is the very least of your options.
Sat, the day that happened, Sat was not in the exact right state of mind. He was thinking back to bad guy side of him, basically. He was only worried about her. He was worried about becoming immortal. And he was wanting to be extremely powerful.
So what you're saying is we break this phylactery.
You know how to break this phylactery, don't you?
What these are, I'm just saying.
Oh, I meant mother dearest.
Well,
It has to be a divine act, a divine weapon, a divine spell,
Or religion.
a radiance, basically good, something good.
and this will expunge all the darkness from him.
I don't know if it will expunge the original darkness that he has in him, but it will expel the darkness from the phylactery. He doesn't.
A phylactery itself.
He does not want this.
There are many different
Well, then-
ways. Each phylactery that is created has its
I
own
have
self-destruct. And there's a
I'm still going to do what I need to do.
Each phylactery
We'll wait the
can
day
be depending on
with children to go down to the library. We'll get them ready for the circle themselves.
each phylactery is destroyed differently.
I can technically
Based on
influence
which
those people. However, each of you carry one children.
Into the tumor starts
Make sure
become
they're
within
the right state of mind and they're by themselves.
thing
If
that's
there
being
is corruption,
created,
either fix
a
it or that
divine
one
magic
sticks.
or divine
There's nothing we
power
can do.
can't destroy it.
Take the rest and
But
out.
something that's been,
From there,
once it's fully made,
if things go south,
meaning it's
I
time
will be
to
sending
create
you out to
something
me.
completely different.
It's if it goes south. Do
You have to do
not
something
argue.
completely different based on
It's
how
a
it
if. It's a
created,
contingency.
how it destroyed.
I will have to.
Please stay behind. I'm staying with you. You know that.
You get what I'm saying?
I am the only boy that can't be taken by
So
storm.
meaning phylacteries themselves,
You
there are,
can.
each phylactery has its own
But you
different
can
way of
find-
destroying it.
Okay.
This is only
But,
a contingency.
Like this knowledge is
I'm not
Find you.
saying
not something you study, it's something that you just pops into
you
your head.
can.
Phylacteries
There's some
themselves,
here and here
depending
in
on
us
the
that
lich who
know
created them, has a
where
different way of
he-
destroying it.
his
But
realm
newer
is.
liches, the ones who are
But
trying to become
this
it,
is only
you're using a dark
I want
entity's power,
us
so
to
a
all
light
get help.
entity will
if
destroy
something
it.
happens in that lich fight. So
Well,
if
once it's
children are
fully,
gonna die,
once the time
the
is
last
expired
is
for it created,
wizards.
Mm-hmm.
You
it's a
guys
different
will
ballgame.
die. And then we'll have to fight. I do not wish to fight.
So
anyone.
that's the knowledge you're gaining from
If
it.
it
Not
comes,
lose you.
no,
Like the fields of ultimation.
if it comes, if it comes down to it,
Almost like she talked
you have to swear to me and do as I
give you that
say
information.
for the
Or
sake of everyone else's
just the
lives.
feeling you're getting. It's not like she talks.
Strong
just the
can
fact that
control
you
you
just
like
have this
that.
knowledge and you
He
did it.
cannot do that to me. If it comes down to it and the lich attacks, this is the only way to get it through. You will do what you can to get the phylactery.
We need to distract the lich away. I mean, that's what you guys are talking about, but I need to get to the phylactery.
Oh, I know. I know.
And we need clearly get him away, but
I can do
I can
that.
destroy the phylactery if you get me to it.
And I can distract him.
Now, Willen's gonna have a kind of a puzzled look whenever Sibinak says that.
But
Are you sure that you can? I know you're a paladin and all, but honestly, I know you more as a take charge, kick-ass fighter.
You're getting the sense of confidence.
It just who are everybody? These feelings.
Yes, welcome to being
Feelings.
human, love.
But it's
He's just trying to process.
yeah, but you know the feeling you're getting from. You know where it's coming from,
Yeah.
and it's not coming from her. So
It's not coming from the raven brain. No, it's coming from the sword.
The knowledge came from her,
Mm-hmm.
but you're you're getting the sense that what you're holding is that key.
Then
I have every faith in you possible, and I trust you with my life. I also trust you with her life. But
about
this-
that, I have a plan. It's going to be good that you destroy the phylactery nowhere, but you're still going to have this lich to possibly fight, and we may or may not win that battle. But we also have the other berserkers to worry about, the last of their kin that we did say we will take them to the tavern. If this happens, if he strikes, I can get you all out. If it comes down to it, I'd rather not lose any of you. But as I've been thinking and mulling it over, if I send you all out, and I tell you to, if it comes down to that, you will listen. You will get into the circle with the children and go, once the phylactery is destroyed. I am one of the only ones that Strahd cannot take, due to my deal and my bargain. I will not be part of the march. I cannot. My soul is not to be taken by him, and my body will not be brought back for you to fight. I will be sent elsewhere until you find me.
I just don't understand why you can't get in a circle with us.
I could only take so many people on the circle. Those kids would be pushing it, and I already swore that I would take them. I made a promise. I will send them to where they need to be. And if their families are gone, you would take them to the tavern. I swore I would keep them safe. So when we get to the temple, this is only an if. An if. It does not mean it's going to happen. But if I'd rather see someone drop that Strahd can't take. That you will not have to kill. You already have your friend Augustus. Would you really want to see me eventually drop and have to kill me? And watch that phantom facade come down to only realize it's me that you've killed?
No, but
I've made peace.
not to sound harsh, but I would rather see you come with us than 3 strangers.
And there's the fact of convincing these people to leave and totally abandon.
No,
the
they're not
place.
going to abandon it. We have 2 days for this phylactery. You have a smash and grab job. I only have 1 day. Once that hour is complete, we still have another 24 hours to get that phylactery.
Why do you only have a day?
That's when
Because
their
that's when
time is
their
up.
time runs up.
You have 2 days. So you, even if we're there, you guys have time to survey back to the library where it's been cleared. Figure things out. Talk with him. I can go talk with him and ask him things. And once the time's right, we do the smash and grab. I'm only meaning if things go sideways. I've already made peace of the possibility of what's going to have to happen. As long as we do what we need to do and we do it right, everything should be right as rain. Right as the sunshine in the sky right now.
If you can get me to the phylactery, I can destroy it. What happens after that is no promises on anywhere.
Then give me a day. We have enough time. You know where it is. I see the confidence in you. You know what you have to do. Let me at least know if it's with him or not. I can communicate with you. So no one else can hear it.
But you know who's with what.
Phylactery. If it's on him or he's just simply guarding it. If he can be walked away, I can go and talk with him while you go and smash it. As long as we build the plan, we're back at the library. We're wanting more information. we've come back to maybe talk with the gods. As long as you convince yourself long enough while we're there, if that is what we are there for, then who's to say otherwise? Am I wrong? Convince yourself long enough on something even if you don't believe it, and you soon enough will believe it yourself.
Believe a lie long enough, it becomes the truth.
Exactly. So if this is what we're doing, are we all in consideration and understanding of every possible outcome?
So what you're saying is we get to the temple, we distract Mr. Lynch if possible, I destroy the factory, and then we dip out while you're stuck there to face the Lich by yourself or whatever comes.
Yes. If I'm
If
not
it
able to
goes-
make it.
If it goes south, that
If
is.
it goes south, I could dip out the other way with the children. I'm not leaving them. Every time we've come across people we said that will not help us, let fate have them. Look what we've done every time we've saved these people. We've built an army from the people we've saved. And we kept saying that they were useless and we didn't need them. And now we have a war room. We have people helping us against Strahd, whether they're cannon fodder and they know it, or they're our scouts and our eyes and ears against Strahd himself. We've built these armies from people that we didn't even think would help us or have a purpose.
Unless someone else could come up with something else, then
If you come up with something else in that day span, then you tell me.
What if the children are already dead?
If they're already dead, then there's nothing I can do for them. That does not mean to kill them, though, and say that they're dead. I'm not talking.
I warned you.
But
You
I
did
must
warn,
protect
bro.
my wife. You see that they were already dead. That's really wrong when I found them.
They were already bleeding as of the next when I got here.
It's just reaction now. Just bleeding again.
They were just bleeding when I got here.
Just give me a day.
As he's like wiping his fucking hands on his shirt, just I don't know what happened.
Plan it out.
Oh shit!
We have
there's
enough
still
time
that
to
one
distract
blood on
him. Smash, grab, go.
Spray everywhere.
my- These little bastards spray fucking everywhere.
As she like twirls the chalk in her hand. Are we ready?
Send it.
What are we gonna start thinking about?
Well, you do know that if the that once you complete it, it's going to put you in the
In the
exact-
library.
No.
That's where the circle is. In the library.
From
Yeah.
from Sats or from
It was in the library. Everybody's doing this, and after a while, she's like,
Because I was originally going to go
I-
with the
I-
holy
I-
water on it.
I know that, but you. That's right, you used it. I was talking about from the point of view to where you used the deal to force you out.
yeah, but I still have a circle there.
Well, I mean, this is. I would say this is a 50-50 shot because you're going back to it. You didn't use the circle. You drew it, but you didn't use it. You used.
All right.
You used Puck's magic to force you out there, so you would be right in the hall before that door. And if
By
you,
the golem.
by the goal and all that treasure hoard.
No.
Which is in
Library. Go down the stairs. There's the gods that are sealed in. Go through the crack. There's the golem.
Right. That's when That's when Puck gave you that,
Oh, so it's a 50-50 gamble if we're gonna go where the golem was or where the library is.
or where you drew that circle, because that magic using the Fae is
Bet.
how you
Dr.
teleported
Clem should
out.
send it, and we have a 50-50 chance that the golem's not even gonna move.
Yeah, because we're not fucking touching anything.
Oh, yeah. By the way, don't touch anything around the golem. At all.
I'd rather not.
I would
touch
say
the dark
that
side.
is the 50-50 shot.
Does he spray
It
blood
either
everywhere?
put you in the library, or it'll
Does
put
he
you
spray blood everywhere?
there.
Probably.
Sounds good.
You can't even know.
Cover your pockets, so this way you also don't have when you fall in some kind of gold or some shite and you end up accidentally taking gold. And it's like,
Oops, I
it'd be
didn't
kind of
mean-
fucked up. You
Oops, I didn't mean to
accidentally,
swallow
like,
this.
you fall and something lands in your pocket. It's just.
So, we're ready. And she, like, draws the line and, like, starts the chants a little bit. Oh, I just have to do even one.
Well, let's go. Let's
This
say,
way everybody can see it.
Let's say.
Even, vibrate. Odd, golem.
There we go.
Of course, nobody can see it because
18.
Haha, library!
Okay. Alright.
It likes me.
No.
So,
You cannot have it.
as you feel, as you connect
There we go.
the single
Sucked in.
line, you all feel that pull as you guys get
Not again.
pushed through space.
I mean, if you're not used to it yet,
I mean,
you're not used to it.
you're starting to get more and more used to it, but just the feeling of this is just weird. It's just a weird feeling because you're going as fast as the speed of light to where you need to go. So this is a rush from moving very fast to a space and then stopping abruptly. So it's that feeling of, somebody just chucked you 100 miles an hour and all of a sudden you stop. So it's kind of like that feeling. So as you complete the spell and the spell takes hold and pushing you
You all fall on your butts.
back to the Ember Temple, we're going to take a short break.
Yay! We love you guys. Go party.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Porkchop here from D20 Misfits. As you can already tell from previous videos, we have a sponsor by the name of Joey. Like to talk to you about them real quick. They have great energy, focus, concentration, all that. They have no jitters. You are laser focused, brain food. It's all that, all the above. It's amazing. It's awesome. I'm not really a huge energy drink person, so I tried this stuff. I love it. It's awesome. Y'all need to check it out. W.com and use our promo code D20 Misfits 10. Have a good one.
And welcome back, guys. So,
Oh, there's no fair over that. I gave nobody the finger.
That's good.
anyway. So,
So we put it on Steven.
recap.
Yes, the
We
well-behaved one.
finally, as it turns out, you guys did go back. You know, you cast that spell. As the force pulled through, you guys are back in the library of the Ember Temple. So, as
What do you want to talk about?
Big literature to roll out.
So,
There's the books and stuff. I heard there's a book sale.
what do you want to talk about?
Let me
Just
talk
like
to you.
pops there and just like,
there at the library, you guys
Yeah.
come back into existence. There. You're not met with the Lich that was there present. He's not there. He's not in the library.
Oh, we're met with a different ledge.
We wouldn't know where the Lich is at. Or we
Would you
left
know
it.
where the other lich is? The lich of the west.
The Wicked Lich of the West.
Meaning he's not in the library.
So the
So-
library is empty right now. Son of a lich.
is there acoustics in this? Does it echo?
I mean,
There's a fuck ton of
Hello!
Burn it. That'll bring him.
All right. Fucking didn't know that fucking the kitty cat's back now.
We're going
It's not children,
to back travel from my thick knowledge of the mapping area. and go-
Thick knowledge of that area.
I'm gonna go and
We're
check
doing
on
a
the
bunch of
kitties
good ones
and
tonight.
see how they're doing.
Our brain got a little scrambled on the work trail.
Are we going Creole now?
Yeah.
Think knowledge of the map area.
well, no, meaning that the commands given was to guard. So he's downstairs.
Yeah. When we left him.
So
Let's go
that's-
check real quick and see how he's doing.
How much over?
They're not that
That's
far from the
going
library.
back through the. That's backtracking a little bit.
Yeah, everything was clear from where we went. There wasn't really anything there, so yeah. we're
Doesn't
good.
mean there isn't now.
You've been gone for like 2 days.
That's why you kind of like. And I've already like purified these skulls that were there.
So if you're backtracking all the way back.
We didn't travel that far.
I know, but no, if you're backtracking to the kids,
That's what I said. It's kind of all like, oh, hey,
I was just seeing which way you're going. That's all I need to know. So going back to there. I'm not gonna need
That 17-year-old earlier.
I know I should pull up
That's full. Where'd you pull that map out of, Frank?
the other. Huh?
Oh, I see. Map. Where'd you pull the map out from, Frank?
I gotta pull out the other
Put
one.
his in pocket.
Oh, he's got a pocket dimension somewhere.
Put his in pocket.
He's got a good old bag of holding.
I do have a bag of holding. I have a scroll of holding. That does all this for me. So, going back
To Cali.
Back
Cali.
to that. Shit. Lift.
Oh.
Well, this needs to go under.
There goes the camera.
It's okay. It's just the ground shaking.
Goodbye.
I know, little earthquake. It's nothing bad.
We're falling down. It's yelling timber.
Son of a bitch.
Okay.
That's
So back
not a
here.
nice thing to say.
Back here on this open, I fucked it up. This needs to slide up more. This needs to pair with that. So I did it wrong. And then there we go.
Mr. Squeak.
So here, in this room.
So we're here.
Oh, no, you guys are going down towards there.
Carefully. Very carefully.
Like a mongoose that's been launched out of a t-shirt can.
You
wanna
can get a
know?
mongoose in a t-shirt can. By all means.
Very carefully.
You
Sedation and then wait whenever you fire it, it wakes it up.
you have the right to.
So going, okay. So backtracking back, you know that door is shut. You know it's barricaded from them until your return.
Feather.
No response.
Oh, there, Rex.
Do what you do.
You want to use the magic stompy stompy foot door open spell?
Valberries.
Wow, sorry.
You just jump forward in time.
As soon as she said that,
Back
I looked
in
at it
time.
like,
Let's
I don't
see.
know, Eric.
It's forward in time.
Eric,
Back.
do you want to use the magic stompy stompy foot the door spell?
Cast foot.
I cast foot attack.
Gives them a skill at cast iron.
No, I mean you're like, are you? Is that what you're doing? You're kicking down the door. Kicking
I
it
guess
down?
she wants me to kick down the door.
It's quiet. Stomp it down.
Easy enough. You kick it. Flies over.
Oh, there went the door.
Well, the last kid alive just got killed. Shit.
The sight before you looks bloody as pieces of the kids are scattered about.
Oh, great. So the whole fucking tribe's gone.
Torn asunder. These bodies are.
My eyes blue because they blew over that way and that way.
So, can I have the miniatures, please?
You're off to a
There
great
went
start.
out.
You're off to a great start.
Yeah, you're off to a really
Alright,
nice.
quit before you hurt yourself. And us. You're literally killing us.
Okay.
Yeah, I broke my sword, Frank.
That was
It went in my
nice,
thing.
that
It's not my
You
thing. You
randomly
usually
just,
take
like,
your stuff.
Fling one. Okay, you take 1d12 damage from an
In there.
otherworldly presence.
So you kick in the door. Who's all going into the room? And whereabouts where?
I'm trying to find the children knock off.
Don't flick it.
Don't worry, the earth will stop moving eventually.
No.
Never.
No.
Well, if it does, then we'll die, so never mind. It won't.
We'll just float off in the space.
In order for the earth to stop moving, it would have to start moving.
Okay. From here, who's entering the room?
Oh, I mean, I kicked it in, so.
Okay, whereabouts are you at? I mean, this whole place is scattered with body parts and blood is splattered literally everywhere.
Just from inertia alone, fucking Eric's flying through the door.
I mean, again, protect the innocent.
I'm letting you place your characters before shit begins.
I'm gonna stand behind the big floor stomper.
Okay.
Floor 4.
I have the spear out.
Okay, what about the rest of you?
My sight, so.
Well, I haven't heard jack shit, so I just know he kicked the door open and she walked in. So Noella is not moving as of right now.
Okay.
I'll be placed right outside the door. Kind of like with.
Catty cornered it?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Let me.
I'll just say I'm on the opposite side of the door.
You're going to hear the sound of trying not to fall.
Avar?
I'm gonna stay by Nuts. I'm still being up from our last combat.
Okay. So around this room, again, the scattered parts of torn apart kids with blood splattered everywhere that just seeing what y'all do.
Is there? Are they all? Can I tell if these are the ones? All of them in there? Like, are they all?
You can go ahead and make an investigation check.
Sure. Mm-hmm. You want to guess what it is?
Starts with a 2.
Not 20 plus 6, so 26.
I like your little bit.
I do too. It like me. But probably ain't gonna like this one.
What was the total?
26.
26.
Not 20 plus 6 is 3.
Do an investigation check to see the kids. You're looking at them and finding them. You can see bits and pieces that resemble them as far as their clothing goes. By a quick view and searching around real quick and just looking at the body parts, you find 3 bodies.
There's one this one.
No, the one was dead. There was only 3 in the room.
There was 4 in the room when we left. One was already dead in
Oh.
outside that room.
Oh.
Oh boy.
You said you had a 26.
Yes, sir. Do I remember the name of the little squirt that's missing?
As you're looking around,
Hey, Joshua, is there a hobbit?
and you're seeing it around, you stop. And I don't really have a mini for this one.
Just get the Havela goblin
But
fucking
I'll just
looking thing.
this way up here in the corner. And just to help you guys out narratively of what the hell. There you go. That's what it looks like.
So this child's gone gas them.
No. I meant look at your
Oh.
chat.
No!
I'm sorry, I was speaking for pork jaw.
Oh, good lord.
That's right up your alley.
Well, that's gonna bug some people out.
Damn it.
But that's not the kid, is it? Really?
Yep.
Like,
Is a spider considered a bug?
if that's the kid, that's one hell of a corruption.
Yep.
Oh, that just made my tummy go booga booga.
Booga booga. Oh, booga
I really
booga.
don't feel like fighting this right now.
It went bugga ugga.
I mean, we can always back up and hope it doesn't follow, but you did kick him through. And she says that and she's like, oh, I
Burn it with fire.
I'm sorry.
As you look up, you can see this creature which resembles one of the girls. The quiet one that wasn't feeling well to begin
It's always the quiet ones.
So we were.
Why is it always the
with. And you can see that these pincers out of her mouth are gnawing on what looks to be an arm.
Did she even notice that we're there?
So what you're saying is she had a stomach bug.
You pass it stealth. So you initially get the look. And you see it up there.
It's kind of like a kind of thing.
You see it finishing. And it just, as it does, and it's about to go down and look, and it notices you looking up.
Oh, she's staying really still.
It's not a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex.
She's just staying really still and
I had
looking.
really good eyesight.
Oh,
It's
no.
just something they just made up because they don't know.
And then it comes down.
I wonder if this thing speaks a certain language.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Eating my brother.
Ooh, idea.
Burn it with fire.
I'm gonna carefully reach and it's gonna be really bad. I'm sorry guys, Frank, it's probably gonna be worse for you. I'm gonna slowly reach into her bag.
Oh no.
And she's gonna pull out a body part. She's gonna be like and just throw it across the room. Like puppy stuff. See if he tries to go after it. It's fresh.
You're fresher.
She like, I can make you more fresh. Oh, You didn't see us.
Well,
You didn't see
Where's my D20 at?
Persuade intimidation.
Roll for
Roll for
initiative.
intimidation. You didn't see us, bitch. I didn't see you. Don't cut my legs off.
You didn't see his bitch. Roll for initiative. Oh, I seen you, bitch.
That was God. Stop it. Okay. That's the last of all minus the fingers. Go.
Chamber and Ryu raise their hands first.
No.
Well,
I'm
25 to
calling
20.
these three.
Jesus.
Hold on, say it a little louder.
I'll tell you.
You have someone that might not be able to speak.
25 to 20, Avor.
Nope.
Okay.
So, Timber.
22.
22.
22.
What the fuck?
Are you serious?
They're all
What
flat
the actual
rush.
fuck?
Rollies. Go for it.
He's got the highest frickin'.
The highest dex.
Yeah. Plus
I got
5.
20 this time.
What's your dex?
2.
Plus 2.
So roll it off between you two.
Combo deck.
You already rolled.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, we're gonna have to roll again.
Okay.
If they do this again, they have the combo.
Copy. 12.
17. Plus 2.
No, and just straight roll.
Oh,
Just whatever the
yeah,
roll is.
then 17.
So Noel.
I got a little bit of it too.
Me
So
too.
do I.
That was feel like a 19.
Alright, 20 to 15.
Hi.
18.
What do you have, Tyler?
18.
Fuck me.
Oh, yeah.
You hear
Aaron
that?
asked
He's
me
giving
to-
an
Dex.
invitation.
Aaron asked me to control her.
What's
for
your
a fight.
dex?
Oh, let's read the dexterity.
Plus 2. What's yours?
0.
Okay.
Wait, who are you rolling for?
Arian.
Why?
She asked me if we got into combat, I had to control it for her.
Well, you have to ask Frank.
You realize if our character dies.
I know.
That's
all
fine by me. I don't give a shit.
Should be a nice week. It's personally, it's too late to start a full blown fight.
And we can get at least a round of combat in.
Why? It's a good cliffhanger.
Okay. Where's she at?
Actually, we got a decent roll for her, so she got an 18.
What's her dex?
No, she's just going up the bottom.
No, 16 plus 2.
Hey, look, Aaron got a decent roll for once. She's not here. That's why.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of got time.
What the fucking tender?
We can do one round. We can get through
Another
it.
round.
3 o'clock,
Let's
so
see.
we can
It's
stay there and
only
fight on
one
it.
Right.
Let's see, where's her mini at?
No.
Hold on.
You don't think I am?
Yeah, I know.
This is the perks of being the Alright. So, Ryu is first, Noella, then Yerrick, Eivor, Navera, Amari.
Sibonite doesn't
Oh, were you-
exist. Doesn't Sibonite doesn't disagree. I got 14. I'm at the
Oh,
It's
you're,
like
so you're
Spider-
at
I
the very end.
Yep.
He's unlocked a new fear and he ran.
Okay, so Sibanak bringing up the rear.
Who's after me?
Children spiders.
Who's after me?
So Ryu, Noella, Yerrick. Then Eivor, Navera, Amari, Sibanak.
Oh god, it's it.
Just,
No.
I'm calling it an it. Half spider woman.
Alright, how wide's the door, Frank?
Penny Wizetta.
How wide's the door? The door
Where's
is...
that? Hey, why is it?
It double opens, so you have a...
10-foot gap.
ish. Yes.
The door was pretty much blown off its hinges.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you kicked one side of the door. You didn't, I mean, if you kicked it right in the middle, it's just going to go...
Alright, so that's the case. 5, 10, 15, 30, 35.
Let's switch this shit.
Alright, here we go. Taking 2 shots at the bow. Actually, no. First,
Make a reroll.
bonus action. Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
So I get an extra d6 on that. And then burn that at first level.
It's not a save or anything of that nature?
Nope. You choose a creature you see within 90 feet. Until the spell ends, you pull 1d6 fixed damage to the target whenever you hit with a weapon attack. You have advantage on wisdom, on perception, and survival checks. The target drops to 0 before the spell ends. You can use a bonus action and to put it on a new creature.
Okay. Hunter's Mark.
Die quieter.
How long does it last?
An hour.
Okay.
We know this one like he
Concentration?
came in naked and screaming.
What the fuck?
We just rolled the same way I came.
Yeah.
Concentration? Okay.
I want to go out with my grandfather did.
Okay. 23 to hit on the first one, Frank.
Passengers in the backseat.
Yep.
And then
I'm gonna go out by bungee jumping because, you know, what's a broken rubber? Yeah.
29
You want to go out of this
for the
world?
second one.
Yeah, that's a hit. Most people's armor classes are 20.
Imagine just like a sperm, you know? Oh shit, it didn't catch me this time.
So for the bow's damage itself, that's gonna be 8 points there, 5 points from the fire damage, and 3 on Hunter's Mark.
Okay, so 8, 5, and 3.
Yep.
16.
I don't know why people can't add when they're doing their damage. Just go there. Because if I do it, you're all going to be fucked.
Yep. So next up,
I roll too many dice, and then I go, okay, here, 5 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 12 plus this.
Yeah, and then he'll look at us and be like, I
Plus
rolled.
green because the cat is perched on the hot tin roof.
Yep.
Frank will be like, I rolled a d20, you got 75.
I thought you Asians were good at math. So that's the first hit. What's the second one?
second one, 9 points from the bow,
Mm-hmm.
3 from 3 fire damage,
12.
and no 3 from Hunter's Mark.
31 and 2. Is that the end of you?
Drake's gonna move up, so he can't get all the way up to me. So it's gonna go right behind. It's gonna go right behind Yurik and Navarro.
So I was going to walk in blind to what the hell's going on.
I mean, you could see.
Yeah,
You're there. You see Ryo run in,
Yeah,
and then next to
that's
you,
what I
you
mean.
see.
I'm going to walk up beside Ryu.
kids.
You have crossbows.
Me?
Oh.
Yeah, that's the thing where it's
Yeah.
like, you're like, why the hell are you attacking these kids in here? That's not a child.
My pants almost fell off. I stood up. I fucking brains
But you're gonna lose your britches.
I'm going to take my action to pull out my crossbow.
Okay.
Because I've never had it out. And I'm going to cast Path to the Grave. Since Yorick is directly after me. That'll be it. Uh-huh.
Whoops.
Hercules, Hercules.
To the ammo.
Please let this fucking. Okay, go ahead.
The spear can be thrown.
Oh
You
no.
gotta make it,
Mm-hmm.
or it might retrieve it.
Yeah, this is gonna go
You
one
know,
of
I mean,
two
there's
ways.
a way to. Never mind.
If that is my ancestors, I will take it now. Thank you.
And this starts playing when it catches it.
I want to do something stupid, but I don't want to be that stupid.
You need to pull a book from a page from the other book.
Throw it hard enough to fucking impale it to the wall.
That is a very. I mean, you're rolling an attack, and it's with your dex.
I thought it was athletics or dex, depending
No,
on.
you're rolling to hit. That is a range attack.
My attacks are based off strength.
Not for throwing. It requires dex. Game mechanics there. Skip.
It does more damage being thrown than it does jabby jab.
How's it do more damage thrown?
Game mechanics.
Because fuck you, that's
If I will to two-handed, well, I mean,
You wield it two hands, yes, it's a different story. What? Your dex is a +2, so it's 2 plus your proficiency to the roll to hit. If you're throwing the spear. A thrown weapon uses that, so you're rolling at a +6, not a +9.
Two and two just recently.
yeah. What do you guys think?
Just gotta get close enough.
You go fishing.
Like it. Sound good.
I mean,
I would imagine you're throwing it.
I have an idea of how to assist, but that would be more or less me using action to assist them.
Fuck it. 40 feet. 17 plus 9 and a 14 plus 9 to hit.
And that's well over 20.
First is 14 points of piercing damage. That's not what I wanted. Go away. Go away, dice. And another 15 points on top of that.
29.
Don't you, so what's your actions here?
And how did my path to the grave help him?
What's your,
It doubles it.
What? I have before? No.
no,
What are you rolling?
What?
What are you rolling?
A d6 plus 10?
That, well, no, that's the thing.
Okay. So I'm confirming the damage because 8 and 6, the highest is 13.
A 4 and a 5.
It's 9 plus
5 plus 10 is 15. 4 plus 10 is 14. That's 29.
Okay. The attack two-handedly is a D8 plus 6.
I'm not using two-handed.
You're using one hand.
Yes.
So a D6 plus 10.
Yes.
Okay. So the highest 16. So 15 and a 14, 29. 29 double.
Double?
Pass the
Pass the
grave.
grave.
Oh!
58.
That's why I wanted to know that you were after me. Because I'm not going to use it, not, being a
Makes
dickhead.
it harder.
Or I'm not going to use it on you or her.
None.
I'll use it on you if you're after me.
I was gonna say him or him, or if Amari's attacking.
Yeah, that's the other one, too.
He uses his action
This
surge.
way.
You have to rest again before he gets that back.
That's true.
There's no point in getting rid of everything all at once. Unless we absolutely
That goes
no,
to
you
Abel.
don't get it. You get it one for a long rest. I'm pretty sure.
I've
Action
never
surge is
played
one for a
Rogue
long
and
rest.
Raiders.
Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
I don't think I've played
Arian's
Fighter
token.
before. I've played Rogue, Rangers,
Any
Soldiers.
those in favor to this point?
Yes, Aelors.
me and Noella run out. Avery's gonna like move cautiously but quickly towards the extra to see what's happening and prepare his action in case it decides to move towards him.
It's like something I can
Okay.
with my
And that'll be it.
with my echo. I had an extra attack,
Uh-oh.
so I could get a total of 6 in 1 round. If I did it right. And my 2 plus my control reset it. If you want to.
And plus
I haven't used it yet.
No, I did because of my dice roll.
So what's Eivor doing?
Fuck my dice roll.
He's preparing his action.
For what?
If it a hostile comes close.
Comes close. What are you holding?
I'm gonna say burning hands at second level.
Okay. Nevera.
And that'll be it.
I am. Let me see where he is. I'm actually going to get close to where Sipanek is. So I'm going to go behind the Drake and. Can't reach. The square. Right there. And she is going to cast haste on Sipanek.
Okay.
So, like, an extra attack for him as well.
Yeah. Haste doesn't give him an extra attack.
Can be used only to take the attack. It gains additional action on each of its turns. That action can be used only to take the attack. One weapon attack only. Dash, disengage, hide, or use object
Yeah, so
action.
you get another action built on top of that.
So
That
they
is-
can use
that
that
is
to attack.
definitely a concentration.
Yeah, I know.
You have to be near me to
I'll be 30 feet.
30 feet.
Yeah, you become faster.
You have +2 to your bonus to your AC. Advantage on dexterity saving throws. You gain an additional action on each of your turns. Like I said, it can be used to used
just
only to
microchips.
take the attack with a one-handed weapon. Dash, disengage, hide, or use an object action. So you can use any of those as well. You have +2 to your
Yes, you get
What
like
did
an
you roll
extra
on dex for
bonus
that?
action.
So now
Pretty
you're-
much what it does.
Okay.
It gives you an extra bonus action to attack with one time with a weapon, or to get the hell out of dodge.
Okay.
Plus you get, like I said, +2 to your AC. Gives you a bonus there.
So you can either get more speed to cover distance, or get an extra attack. That's what that does.
Okay.
Is that it? You have a bonus action. I don't know if you're using it. Okay.
No.
Alright, well then it goes Amari.
So, move her into the room.
Man, if she dies, she'll be so pissed at you.
That's like the 8th character of me.
Get out of my head.
Pretty much.
And
Yeah, well, I can be y'all's head.
she's going to cast Bless
Okay. On.
at second level.
Okay.
So that's 4.
Okay.
30 feet. So,
I'm out of that.
I know. Oh, but
It wasn't a rock. It wasn't a rock, it's not.
Simonak,
Mm-hmm.
Noella,
Shit himself.
I know. I just dropped shit.
The lobster people.
Yeah, Simonac, Noella.
There's one all the way over there by you, Steve.
Simonac.
Eivor. And Ryu.
Okay.
And that's it for her.
Cool. Her turn. That initial slash, or that pierce that you push through, actually her abdomen kind of bursted out and these two spiders.
Oh, great.
Baby.
Then broke open the
That's disgusting.
I'm gonna go home.
First it was the spiders in the tower. Her when we lit the beacon. Now it's this.
So what she is going to do is you're there.
Remember, pig, no.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm kind of foxy.
So she gets 3 attacks on you alone. So
They get 4 attacks on you. The one.
So claw. So that's a 19 on the first one.
That's being a smart ass.
That's with the +2 to the no. Sorry, you're hasted. So that's 1 hit. Second
I gotta
attack.
get you up there, Scoob.
Yeah.
Well, if I go without 30 feet, then
That's a 22.
No, that's
And then
he's gonna have to move with me.
I will.
5, 10,
21 on the last.
all 3 hit.
30. You move up to 30 feet, you're still going to move within my range at the moment. My turn, I'll move and then you move.
I even get 3 right now.
So we're side by side,
7.
pretty much, neck and neck. So if you move, you're still within my 30 feet parameter.
There you go.
It's the same.
Not would be an idea.
Listen, you have to have
I got an idea too.
That's 16 points for the 2 claws and the
Oh,
bite
since extra D6.
is 14 on top. So 28 points of damage. And I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Oh god.
Dirty 20.
Okay. No poison. And then, with her last ditch effort, her one final move, she's not going to move, but you see her kind of arc back and spit at you
Going for the first bit.
using her web attack. So if I hit you, you will become restrained.
You need a restraining order, sir.
Not 20. For 25. You are restrained.
That's great.
And these sons of bitches.
No, look. Restrains in my hand. Damn it, you're restraining yourself.
Well, this is looking more
I did.
like the other side of the teeter totter right now.
This one will come here, target Ryu, and shoot out a web at you.
Alright.
Yep, that's a hit.
What is it?
23.
Yeah, that hits.
You are restrained. And the other spider. So far, there's no immediate threat, so it's going to close in on you. Well, you're restrained, so it doesn't matter where it lies. It's going to attack you.
Burn them! Burn them all with fire, Eivor.
Yep.
Disadvantage, can't move. Cool. Disadvantage on dex saving. That is an 18 plus 5. That's going to hit you.
Yeah, that hits.
I need another con save.
That's a success. That's a 26.
Okay, so you take half as much damage. So the initial bite is 10 points of damage. The poison,
Here's
save
my
for half. It's additional 4 on top. Sit back.
Can you move me over beside the Drake?
Is that within your thing?
What?
That's only in your hybrid form of the
What?
bloodlust. That's in any form. Okay. Are you below half? So you need to roll there to skip it.
I have to roll on my turn.
Okay.
But the DC's an 8, so.
No.
Very hard to fuck up.
I'm gonna use the rest of the
I can roll a 1 and still beat it.
movement and manifest my echo. If you could put him in front of me, just 1 or 2 squares, however. Does anything roll over to my echo?
Like the haste, since it is a part of him,
No.
the haste.
It's not roll over to the echo, it's focus, so we don't have.
It wasn't that. It was just a good question. Since it's like
Well, no, because the echo pulls from a different point of time.
I'll just pull it from this point in time, right after that happens, so, but I get it. I understand what you're saying.
No benefits come from the echo, that's why the echo only has 1 HP.
Yeah.
Hey, look, a distraction is runs this way.
Alright, so I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt. Yeah, so much is a magic. Whoa. At the bear axe, yeah.
Red man bear axe.
Don't forget you got the bless spell in effect with you.
And that is what? Just a plus?
That's only in your transformation.
Huh?
There it is.
When you start your turn with 50 hit points or less,
What's plus do? Just
Gotcha.
it's a
AC,
you
right?
have to roll.
No,
wisdom.
you get an extra D4 to add on your attack and save.
Where you move
throws.
towards the nearest creature and use your action against it.
So where you roll your D20, add a D4 to that.
Huh?
Add a D4.
Okay.
For attack rolls? For bless?
Yeah, attack and
Attack rolls.
friggin' roll a D4 or you're gonna add the number of the roll on attack or saving throws.
That's added to the attack, not the attack damage.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So that'd be a 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
Points of damage.
And this is to hurt.
No,
The
this
bear.
was to the
Man bear.
Spider.
Action.
Man, bear, spider, pig.
Okay.
So practice on how to do that.
11. Gotcha.
Can't do it all.
So I can do that again, right? Since it's added action, or no? I get to attack, so does that count?
You
as
get
a-
2 attacks, correct. So you add your action you already used.
Okay.
So if anything, you would have to use your movement and use the haste action to attack with a weapon.
You only got
Do
10
you
feet.
move my echo up on the bear, the Is that still within 30 feet of me?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You're sitting at like 25.
Okay, so to make that work, I'm using the haste part to give me the extra movement. Or no, that's only on me.
It's only on you, not your echo. Your echo is a bonus action. Your echo moves on its own, right? Or is it a bonus action to tell it what to do?
No, it's a bonus action
To cast it, but
to
it moves on
bring
its
it-
own accord.
Yes.
Okay, it moves right after your turn, so correct. So you have him there, you moved him, he can take his own turn, and you still have a single attack left.
Does that have to be a? That could be a spell.
It has to be a weapon attack.
Has to be a weapon attack.
That's what haste does.
Okay.
How much movement is your use there?
Huh?
He hasn't moved himself, his echo is the only thing that got
No, he
He
moved.
moved.
like 10 feet.
Yeah.
No, what's your movement?
I got 30 feet.
So
You
you
can
can
be
move 20
30
more
feet and I can
squares.
still reach you.
Huh?
You had
I
20
can still, as long as you're
Yeah, but
30
I'm
feet.
not going to be close enough to make a melee
You got 4
attack.
more squares to get there. Your lance is a 10-foot strike.
Is that 1, 2, 3, 4?
4 is right here.
Okay. Is that
4's
over
where?
10?
Here.
Where your hands go.
Is that diagonally 10 feet?
Diagonally, no, you're not going to be able to hit because your echo's in the way.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
But what about the lobster person?
I mean,
It's wide 10. You'll reach the upper line of the lobster.
4 squares, and you need at least a 5-foot gap in between to attack it. From your standpoint,
I can't hit anybody.
yeah, you're out of reach on both.
Alright, then I'll take my second attack
Through your echo.
through my echo.
You can't.
Oh?
It's a bonus action to summon, correct?
Yes. But it's not
Okay.
a bonus action to attack through it.
But you can use one of your attack actions to attack through your echo, but you used your attack to cast a spell. Your echo has nothing. Because that's what it is. Because that's what it does. Your echo, you can have him move, but you can substitute one of your attacks to attack through your echo.
Yes.
You don't have. You don't. He doesn't know. He took his one action to cast the spell, so he doesn't have his one action to use to attack. You get what I'm saying?
And it takes an action
Well,
against
then
the
that
It
spell.
takes an action to cast the spell, so you can't have 2. If you took it to attack,
Wait,
you had 2.
do you
plus
still have
1.
Eldritch Knight?
You have
No,
can't. I
I'm
mean,
an Echo
no,
Knight now.
he's a full. He's a
Yeah,
full
that's
Echo
right. I was
Knight.
gonna say if you were.
He's an Echo Knight Paladin, so he doesn't
Um,
have the cantrip for Eldritch Blast or any of that nature.
No, I wasn't saying that. War magic. Where every time you cast a spell, you can follow it up with one.
With an attack, correct? Yes.
We need to burn this spider.
I mean, it's coming up under attacks. Like, Guiding Bolt is an attack for me.
But it's a spell.
Okay. Then that's my turn.
So that would be the round for 1. So that's what we're gonna do. Right there, first round of actions. So again, thanks for all tuning in. Check it out. We do have something planned. I know we're I think a week gap in between stuff. So I think we were a week behind on an upload.
Yeah.
Because we missed a week. But we do have stuff in place of it that's going to be put out tomorrow. Part of our Throwing Shades thing as a deep dive interview of the characters and cast. So the first 2 is going to be released tomorrow, and I believe that's going to be Timber and Shy. It's going to be the first 2 that are released, followed by Amari and...
Ooh, Mario's not gonna like you.
When I do mine.
Come on, Connie, let's one and 2.
Yours is afterward.
I thought Aaron was being released before yours.
She just did a DMing thing.
So
I didn't do
that's that. So we'll check that out, and then again, thanks for tuning in from us for the D20 Misfits.
Bye.
Good night!
Bye!